looks rather garish, but I've never claimed to be a subtle man. Game. This is not relevant to this. But one of the features that Three Houses has is a rather robust New Game Plus system. This is because in a regular New Game file, you got a lot of bull you gotta go through to make your students. And if you just want to explore the other routes, it's faster to just skip a lot of that. I'm actually of the opinion, I think the optimal way to play a game like Three Houses, well, I guess you would have a draft with your friends and do it that way. But I think if you wanted to fully experience the game yourself, what I would suggest is you plan to play it over the course of a few years. And each time, you don't necessarily need to start with a new game file, but I would suggest with the New Game Plus features, you would go light on them. But I would say a year because, especially the first half of the game, is almost basically the same for each route. And unfortunately, the first half is kind of where and how you build your attachment to the characters. This is why. And this is not always the case. In fact, Sam herself is somewhat of an exception. But 9 times out of 10, the house you pick for your first house, by the nature of how the game itself is created, is going to end up being your favorite group of characters anyways. I arrived to the canon route. Hey, Captain. So yeah, you can carry your endgame data over into New Game Plus. Endgame saves and New Game Plus saves are indicated by a soap this mark. Don't need to worry about that. New Game Plus, you retain your renown and higher battalions, as well as your shop and saint statue levels. One of my goals for the early part of this is I am going to try to power level the Hubert cannon. That is easier in New Game Plus. Because, for example, as we've seen in Sam and Katie's streams, you get those statues. Yeah, I decided to go all in on the Kelsier thing. I wanted to somehow combine. So from that, it's almost an angle the team I did for Bird Team, saving DLC characters. Is it? That's kind of funny. Okay, but what about the canon route? That's what Hubert is my goal for, if we get him there. But yes, the Saint statues. Yep, I looked at my save. Oh, that's fun. Yo, hey Donnie. Who did? I'm trying to think. Because mostly I would use all the Black Eagles. I think I did have Lysithia, which is not weird. But Lysithia is a really good one to poach for this. I mean, Lysithia is a great character in general, but also she has something that ties her to Edelgard a lot. She kind of relates to Edelgard more than every other character. At the also go, I had Ferdinand von Ayer, and in place of Anna, I had Lysithia. Yeah. And hey, Scott. But yes, what I was bringing up, the Saint statues, you start with having that, which means everyone has bonuses to when they're learning stats. We're not going to have that to begin with, which is why it's going to be a battle to try to power level Hubert's Reason as quickly as possible. You also use your Journal Spend Renown to unlock Professor levels. This is why we start on a new game file, so that Katie couldn't skip this and had to do fishing, because Sam and I are monsters. Support levels, skill levels, combat arts, and abilities gained from mastering class skills you unlock in your cleared game save. It's always interesting to me. I've never done maddening in this game. I don't really have a ton of interest in it. One of the only times I've kind of felt like that was in Engage, where maddening was very engaging. Ha 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 ha. Going to do some things like looking to do over 300 cards for Magic the Gathering Decade, or I should be in bed to wake up at 6ish tomorrow. Oh, I've been there. Everyone just wants me to fish for some reason. It is essential. Look, did you see the great content? Okay. So I think the best part was still Catherine being able to be entered into the sword tournament, which was just bullshit for Sam's. But I do think there was a funny dichotomy between the fishing experiences for the tournament, where the chick there doesn't really like the fishing, and it takes her till near the end to get the fish that Flane wants. Meanwhile, for Sam, it was like her 5th fish, and she got a second one a few afterwards. Funny. Fishing is a scam. If a game has a fishing minigame, it's actually a fishing game with the rest of the game minigame. Use the UN Parents option in your journal to choose your unit's look from options such as their monastery uniforms or war attire. Profile portraits and voices will not change. Thank you. We've not gone to there yet, but obviously most of the characters have a different design for New Game Plus. I'm going to be honest, they're generally weaker. There's some that are better. But I think if you compared them as a group, they're a little bit weaker overall. That's not weird though. What are the designs you're going to pick first? It's going to be the ones where they're babies. Those are usually the ones you're going to care a little bit more about. Like IRL fishing, but not that. Profile portraits and voices will not change though. You may receive items containing crest powers based on choices you made in your clear game save. You should only spin around to unlock any crest items you do not already possess. Oh boy, crests are interesting when we get down to it. It may seem weird to you that it's like, wait, aren't crests tied to people and blood and everything? And the answer is, it's complicated. Fishing is also a scam. If there are any Fire Emblem character amiibo, try scanning them at the amiibo gazebo in the monastery. Who knows what may happen? So, I was late for other reasons, but I had to be an extra 2 minutes late, because I was like, oh right, I've never actually scanned amiibo for this game. Engage was the first time I had that, so I had to grab some of those real quick. But we will not be carrying over data to a New Game Plus file. This is going to be clean. We're not going to pick Maddening. Honestly, it's up to you. And if hard is too easy, it makes sense. But I feel like most of the time in Fire Emblem, the hardest difficulties are not fun. Engage, it's actually pretty interesting, a lot of the changes they make to it, which I think merited in that game. Almost none of the other ones have I really liked it too much. I think Fates, Maddening, well, Fates, Three Houses, and Awakening, a lot of the hardest difficulties become the enemies have bullshit skill combo challenge. Here's just a wrestling clatter of plastic figurines. So we'll pick hard. And we will pick classic. Even though I can't do an Iron Man. I don't know what it is. It just bums me out to see the characters die. I think weirdly I'd be more okay if they weren't like set characters. Like it was something where you just had generic units and you made those out, but I mean, like 8 chapters deep in Maddening opening as hard as part, but also the game plus doesn't count. That's always an interesting question, because I've seen some people make the argument too that like if you can use New Game Plus features, then why not do stuff like, I don't know. It's always seemed odd to me, the idea that you can build characters so it makes it an easier time in Maddening, but that might be how you find the satisfying middle ground for difficulty. And yes, we'll play online. Oh yes, let's jump. Tail Team playing Tail Gear 91. So many ponies and flying ponies. Poor Clara, it's not like it's going to Terminator 2 opening. Well, I guess we'll get there. It's not really relevant to, I don't think, mine or Sam's route. There's a weird technology level thing going on in this game's world. But I think you only really fully experience that in Silver Snow and Verdant Wind. Like, looking at this, you might not believe me if I said there are such things as ballistic missiles in this world. You tech like advanced spandex technology? Maybe a little bit of that too. Maybe both are too busy to see it. Holy ballistic missiles. I do appreciate, like, you just use our super magic weapons. Fuck you, eat these hands.
Do you recall the Red Canyon? You'll die. Die. You took everything that I loved.
Is that Sam? Are you up, Sam? Maybe it's someone else. Of course, medieval Renaissance, well, a lot of people wear Spanx.
He's gone now, Mother.
This is a mentally well-adjusted person.
Oh my. What could have brought you here?
Maybe I should have adjusted the setting. Justified or not.
Oh, I wonder how you got in here.
Oh, I have auto advance off right now. It's not too late. You could still go Silver Snow. Yeah, I would go Silver Snow, and I would lose. Well, I'd only lose 3 of these characters. And I would have to ignore just the fact that Seventh and Flame would be chilling there like, are you going to use us?
It is most rude to interrupt a moment of repose. Very rude indeed. Now come to me. I wish to have a look at you.
Yeah, we're going to pick a male one. So, obviously, aesthetically, whether you want to play a boy or girl matters. But I have this pretty boring, not just personality-wise, but also, you don't actually really get to customize them. And it's not like you can go crazy with Corrin or Robin, but like, what you see is what you get. I mean, you have the general outfits you can put them in. And I did consider, like, the tights are really stupid, but they don't actually bother me that much. So I could have the psychic dominance of having this character model running around. But the thing is, very few characters until Engage are by kings and queens. So if you want to have the potential of seeing their S rank, a lot of times you need to pick the gender that they can date. But you know, with the torn goth leggings, at least Lair Toxin has 2 good VAs. That is true too. So we will select the form, which is a funny way of putting it to me. Is this form correct? Yes.
I've seen the likes of you before. Who are you anyway?
I'm a ghost. I'm a demon. Okay, actually, I have to kind of say I'm a ghost for multiple reasons. It's actually very applicable to this being Kelsier.
Do not deceive. You would do well to keep your wit in line.
No, you don't understand, Sothis. Apparently, Gerald only lives had milk ramp as a boy. Kelsier being the vessel for a dead god. A more iconic duo. Okay. Of course they were a demon. I'm a demon.
Do not deceive. You would do well.
Right, she says the same thing. They could have made that more unique, but whatever. It's fine. I'm immortal. Even though, well, it's still kind of applicable.
I see. Then you must have a name of sorts. Go on.
I've kind of had to go all in on being Kelsier now, so. But I quite enjoyed it as Sam's suggestion, and over the course of DLC, thinking on it, it felt more and more right as we went. He is the mentor character from the first book of the Mistborn trilogy by Branderson, which you would probably have assumed by now, but I'll put it out there. And the first book kind of includes him mentoring a spunky young heroine as they go to overthrow a despotic religious leader. Because he's been this time around as a moody, ruby dark mage that needs to learn magic real. Kelsier. Is Kelsier correct? Yes.
Huh. I shall not ever grow accustomed to the sound of human names. You must possess a day of birth as well. Beneath which moon and on what day were you born to this world?
Oh, let me double check this. I think I know what I was going to do for this. So as we've learned, between Sam and Katie's, there are correct answers to this. It's not a huge benefit, but you do get a tangible benefit from having your birthday happen. And you can accidentally screw yourself out of that because the game is sometimes kind of cruel that way. But I don't think a +2 charm is too interesting to me. So instead, we're going to claim other characters B-Day, one of you hate. I'm gonna do something else. It's gonna take us a while to figure out the joke to this. But we will get there eventually. February 30th. I'm going to do prayer instead of Cyril's. Oh, God. How Cyril. But yeah, we'll do day 20 of month 9. Oh, 420.
Well, wonders never cease. It seems we share our day of birth. How strange. It all feels so familiar. I think it may be time for yet another nap.
I didn't think about the fact that I'm starting this between the 2 now cursed days of June.
It is almost time to begin.
Man, they really let you sit on that stone for a little while, huh?
Hey, time to wake up. Were you having that dream again?
This is so weird to me. I will point out, though, that we're having that dream again, so it's gotta be about the opening cutscene. Because we just met Sothis for the first time. Gerald of Nivea. So while we could say we were dreaming about a young girl, you should probably not ever tell someone that. Unless I guess if you're having therapy to be a better member of society. we'll say the thing that is both, one, more correct, and two, does not have people looking at us side-eyed. I was dreaming about a war.
Massive armies clashing on a vast field, right? There hasn't been a battle like that in over 3 centuries.
Therapy
In
in
any
this
case,
game.
just put that out of your mind for now. The battlefield is no place for idle thoughts. Risking your life is part of the job for mercenaries like us. Letting your mind wander is a sure way to get yourself
Therapy
killed.
would fix a lot of problems.
Okay, time to get moving. Our next job is in the kingdom. I told you before, it's far from here, so we'll need to leave at dawn.
Oh, right. And of course. How do I want to... No. Kelsier, this is with a mentor figure to Kelsier, though. Oh, right.
Oh, good grief. Everyone is already waiting for us outside.
Who cares?
Gerald,
Your
sir,
support doesn't
sorry to
exist,
barge in,
sir.
but your presence is needed.
What's happened?
PTSD
Please
doesn't exist in
forgive our
Firewall.
intrusion.
Check that cool
We wouldn't
one-liner.
bother you with a situation not dire.
What do a bunch of kids like you want at this hour?
We're being pursued by a group of bandits. I can only hope that you will be so kind as to lend your support.
Bandits? Here?
It's true. They attacked us while we were at rest in our camp.
Yeah, it'll
We've been
go.
separated from our companions and we're
Claw's alright.
They're after our lives, not to mention our gold.
I'm impressed you're staying so calm considering the situation. Wait, that uniform.
Bandits spotted just outside the village. Damn, there are a lot of them.
There really aren't a lot
I
of
guess
them.
they followed you all the way here. We can't abandon this village.
There's like,
now.
what, 6 of them?
Come on, let's move. Hope you're ready.
I mean, I guess Gerald's mercenaries are presumably killing like 100 or so of them off screen. Let's go all the way down here. It'll be easier that way. Do jump. Boop. 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 Your team Ghost with Banner is cool. Also makes me yearn for the days of MySpace. I'll pop once we have like 3. Yes. Oh, they post right here. Cool.
Let's take care of those thieves before they overrun the village.
So, originally I didn't have, because I've been waffling on the name for quite a while. Which technically this name is actually spoilers, but I think it's fine. I think the books, it was revealed in 2 different series. They're each like 5 years old or close enough. It's fine. But anyways, I was like, well, I'm gonna put anywhere. And I was looking at them like, wait a second. I was counting I was like, wait a second. I think that's enough letters. And I look at them like, wow, there's just enough space. Although I think I need to make the T like 1 more over. And obviously, sometimes it's more squeezed in there than not, but I don't know. I was like, oh, there's just enough open spaces. It works out. I don't know if I have enough space in the other version. Name's giving joiner Halo 3 clan. Yeah, it's a little bit edgy by itself. I would try to combine it, but I couldn't figure out a way to combine Ghost Blood and Crimson Eagle in a way that felt satisfactory to me. So I just settled for the pure reference. It's fine. Goes along with Kelsier anyways.
Take down the enemies in front first. That should take the wind out of their sails.
Movement. Documented movement. Yes, that's very basic stuff. You can attack. Alright. So, Team Black Ghost, Evil Blood. Alright.
I will prevail.
I shouldn't say anything. Oh, I thought you did when you clicked on it. So, these are the first 2 characters of our army. Here we have Kelsier. Good old Byleth here. Can I actually wait a second? What is the thing I want to do? Units? Can I do it here? No. Here? No. Oh, we even have Rat Strike. So, if you look at It's really funny. So between B and the first O of Blood, we have the 2 students I have to poach from other classes. To get them, they have a stat requirement of some kind, which I think for both of them it's like 15 or something. That's relatively important, so it should be okay. More importantly, though, the thing that you can more actively affect is the subject you need to excel in. They both need a C in something. Ash needs C in lances. That is the boy. And Marianne, which it's usually Marianne was a guy name anyways. She needs C in the riding skill, or as I'll probably call it because Kitty keeps calling it that, ponies. So, Kelsier, we're gonna have to teach how to ride a pony, and we're gonna have to use lances. So, Mr. Dimitri, can I talk and then trade with you? Probably, right?
Thank you. We are in your debt. It wouldn't do for us to fall in a place like this. Please, lend us your strength. Let's work together to drive out these thieves.
Cool. Sir, give us your stuff. We're gonna need to use lance. I could do it that way.
Ready and willing.
Oh, combat bows, you see it. Oh. Sorry,
Stay focused.
Very funny. Okay. It makes me a little sad. So, we've seen this. The weapon triangle doesn't exist except as skills you can equip later on. Weapon triangle effectiveness and how much it really matters varies drastically between each game of the series. Part of the fun thing of Fire Emblem is that it's never quite the same between each one. I think it goes as an anagram of Hitot's gloves. You get to ride pony and I had to pretend I liked wearing heavy armor. I mean, if it helps, I think both of them usually give you a penalty to speed anyways. But yes, I'm gonna need to have to practice with... Because unfortunately, we have... They want you to use swords, because we already have sword prowess level 2. We already have D+ in swords. I need to go to E in lands. Ugh, gross. Okay, well, we'll try this anyways. Let's talk. Ever made a heavy armor character of your own free will? If you mean in one of these games, because obviously in D&D you know the cases I have. Yeah, Katie has them. The problem is most of the time, in the context of Fire Emblem, the armor is just not worth it. There are some exceptions and they have the early bits. Usually heavier armor characters are actually more impressive early on. Just look at Team Dragon and Louis' early exploits.
It's because of you guys that I'm not dead right now. Thanks for that. I didn't expect to run into mercenaries like you in some remote village. The gods of fortune must be smiling on me.
Yeah. You wait there, Claude. Hilgard, I don't think you can really bow well, but we can try. I mean, scale is still pretty decently heavy armor. Oh, look at that minuscule gain. Weapon durability. Everybody's so interesting. And then we'll talk to Edelgard.
You have a strange aura about you. You say you're a mercenary, so show me what you can do.
Ah, yeah. We only have Wrath Strike, right? Yeah. Well, we're not gonna get much from doing this, and it's slowing us down, but we'll give it a try anyways. My reason for steering clear of heavy or legit, because I want to be stealthy or sexy. Hey, look at that, we did it.
You fought well.
File menu, that's gonna be everything. Battle phase done. Yeah. Gerald is a dirty, experienced
We'll
thief.
advance while protecting ourselves from the enemy. Take up position inside the forest.
Terrain effects. Yeah. That just. That's noble. Can I get the full? I probably can get the full screen here. All right. Oh, I can't enter forest yet, unfortunately, Dad. I didn't go quite far enough. None of you can reach me here, so. We'll go over here. We have our vulneraries. You two can just hang out here with your fists. Oh, Dad doesn't show his movement range yet. I could use you two to maybe body block in a bit. Again, before he gets past since it didn't impose penalties, just speed. Alright. Also, I will point out, I said, no, I think there was just like 6 of them. It was 7. So I was close, but not correct. Ilker, how defensive are you right now? Only defense 6. So we're both as tanky, really.
Yes, good. If we're in the forest, we can sustain their attacks without losing the advantage.
Terrain type, yes. Okay. We'll leave Iron Lance equipped, even though none of you have actually bad. Ooh, your speed. Well, attack speed's only there. Okay. Yeah, we'll be fine. No doubling or anything, but that's okay. Doubling is less efficient for XP, anyways. You don't see anything yet. 6. Ow. Wow, we're hitting some low hits. Look at you all attacking Kelsier. How rude. Alright. So... Oh, you didn't even... Interesting.
A fine opportunity. Here's the combat arts I taught you.
No, Dad. I refuse. Can I... Yeah, you can attack Dimitri safely. Okay. I was gonna do... Oh, yes. So, 3 houses is one of... The majority of Fire Emblems do this. For hits, it uses the 2 RN system. So what that means is when you have your hit number, which like... So that's a 77, right? It actually checks for if you're gonna hit a 77 2 times, and it takes the one more likely to work. So what this means is that basically the system is correcting itself, so the more likely you are to hit, you're extra likely to hit, and the less likely you are to hit, the even less likely you are to hit. This looks like this. So for example, if you're like, damn, he's really hitting like a lot of these like 77 to 80%. If you can look there, a 77 to 80 is actually basically a 90% or better. I'll be back in a bit. Time is also main meat, so I'm gonna go get some Whataburger. Alright, Donnie. Enjoy. Oh, okay. Technically, this could end... Well, okay. Iron Axe. 73 is not great, but you know, it's a little try. Good job, Ilgerd.
Now you know your limits.
We'll have her use an axe, though. Alright. Might as well should try to hit this one. Ah, it missed. That was a shame. Make the armor comes but I'm always for it because chonk. This could be bad, actually. I could juice my numbers a little. But the problem is if I juice my numbers... Because usually they'll go for the safe option. I don't want Kelsier to die. He'd be less likely to if I was actually using a sword, but, you know, trying to use the lance and get that up, so.
As expected.
I wonder if they're gonna go for the kill cell. They might. I might have to reset on the first map. Oh, they do!
Forgive me, everyone.
Look, see how bad I am at Fire Emblem, everyone? You have been defeated. Well, that is unfortunate. Ooh, it's kind of fun. You don't see this as often because usually you have Divine Pulse, but first map, so. Continue. That was unfortunate. Statistically, one of those should have missed, but, you know.
Let's
I mean, I could have been safe and gotten more sword, but I need to get lands. An auspicious
I'll
start.
cut through.
Yeah, well, you know.
Thank you. We are in your debt.
Yeah. Trade. Take this, take this.
I will prevail.
Not the order I need to do these in, actually.
Ready and willing.
Talk.
It's because of you guys.
Trade. Give me this, give me this. Let's attack with an iron bow. She must have like a weakness in bow or something though, because she only gets 1 experience from it. Unless bow goes up slower, maybe? I don't know.
Stay focused.
Yeah, you can see like the difference between hitting with an iron sword versus hitting with an iron lance. And let's talk.
You have. You say.
No, not that. Iron lance. Okay. Well, buddy, that's actually fine.
We'll advance.
All right. This is unfortunate. I mean, you're gonna be fine. How do I want to try to... I can't have either of you kill him and also... Yeah, whatever. Let's try again. Oh, we got a little bit of our HP back. Down menu. Yeah, you have the same. I mean, you have a little bit more HP though, which is nice. You're also technically more likely to hit, but that's okay. We'll leave you two back here. Theoretically, I should just use vulneraries now, but... not worth too much. Vulneraries do what, 10 in this game? They do 10 in this game. Theoretically, though, with worse RNG, I should do better this time, right? I love Gambler's Fallacy. It's always kind of fun. I put the iron bow. That'd be interesting, actually, because of the way you have to go through. But we'll do this because I'll have more people. I don't think... Yeah, they can't kill me from raw. If I need to heal here, I can. Yes, Gerald. The forest is good. We'll play more careful this time if it looks like I'm gonna die. Why are you guys doing this the right way?
Fine opportunity.
No, because it
Attack
uses a
when in
sword.
ally.
Oh yeah, linked attacks, which we've seen here. It's very weird. It's good to get. Like, we're not building up support with you guys apart like this, unfortunately, is the thing I don't think, right? Oh, right, you're next to each other, though, so... Yeah, do it this way.
Each battle, a chance to grow.
Okay. 8 and 5, that's fine. If I move you here, yeah, you both will attack the ogre instead. I could smash, but it's not what it did, is it? I don't think so.
As expected. Another step forward.
Not a bad level up.
Witness my power.
Damn, why are there mercenaries in the village? Guess we'll have to deal with them too.
If I paid better attention during the first map of the other two, I could maybe position Dimitri and Claude to kind of block Gerald. But he's gonna steal some XP from you on this map. It's really hard to avoid it otherwise. Ow, that hurt a lot. Oh, you think animal signal on the return in Tutsui. Look at Gerald, XP stealing asshole.
Not my first fight.
So as relevant, if not more so, the writer of Animal Signal is the writer behind His Time for Torture Princess. Which was like fan servicey for maybe the first 2 volumes of equivalent and then drop that immediately to just be a bunch of dumb humor. And in that way, I'm fine if it doesn't last beyond 2 volumes. But if it's mostly just going to be like goofy characters and animal facts, I'd like that to stick around in the magazine actually. Now, we will see. So far it feels very nice and kiddie. And if it maintains that and then adds fan service, that might be pretty weird. And it's Zusui, so that's one of the things he usually ends up doing. But we'll see. Alright, so you do 13 damage? Oh my. No, never mind, that's fine. It's fine. Then I think the trick here is...
Careful now.
we need to choose life. This could actually be really bad if you miss. I don't want to do a Wrath Strike, though. It's kind of a waste. I wish I had Divine Pulses to play with. Magazu Books has potential. I mean, in fairness, it is an Iron Axe. We're going to get more as well. Smash takes that from a going to... like, so in 93, and you might remember, like, I think Dimitri missed a 90, and I think Katie had one of those that missed too. And I was flabbergasted when Dimitri missed his 90. If we want to go back to this lovely 2RN table I have, the reason why I was surprised the 90 missed is because the 90 is actually a 98.10. So you should imagine like 93, so if I just do this, it's a 73. So that's like what, 80 some, like 881? Actually, that's 85. So that's pretty likely to hit. But 93 is a 99.09. That's almost guaranteed. Because Aelgard could die otherwise. I would have to reset and do this map again. But if I have to redo this map again, I would have a better idea of where to place someone to block Gerald. YOLO. I mean, not YOLO, actually. I, in fact, died once already. Cool. Okay. You guys couldn't accomplish anything I really wanted you to, but that's okay.
You with the blank stare! Out of my way!
Excellent. Ooh.
What the? Aren't you Gerald the Bladebreaker?
You only really died.
Mercenary like you doing here?
I'm the one who should be complaining. I'm caught up in the mess you started.
Dad? Which Star Wars is he from? Wait, what did he do? Oh, wait a sec. What do you have? The unit damage strength defense message. Wow! That's actually a really great personal skill. Oh, you have keen intuition too. Okay. I mean, obviously it's useless against mages, but... Alright. Well... you can't kill me. You can move to where I'd have a harder time hitting you, which is fine. I think the correct answer actually is to move over here. And let's give Edelgard the kill. Well, let's try to give Edelgard the kill.
I'm gonna kill you where you stand.
Swim the asteroid. There we go. Let's see how Edelgard's first level up is. How you doing, baby girl?
I must get stronger.
Okay. So far, I've had 2 kind of mid-level ups. Edelgard actually has the most magic growth of the 3 lords. This is a weird choice, but it also makes sense. Yeah, get that magic. Hello, hey Sam. You were up very early with the sun. I mean, look, we saw I could survive one axe hit. Edelgard is not baby girl. No, but she wants to be baby girl is the thing. That is, in fact, the whole fulcrum
Honestly, what are
of
you
this route.
accomplishing with that little stunt? It's like you're trying to get me killed.
Well,
you
dead
fool.
again. Oh yeah, I've already wiped
Well,
one
that's fine.
Sam, so good start.
After all, if you don't know the value of your own life, you're not going to protect it very well, are you? Course not. Well then, I guess it's up to me to guide you from now on, right? You can call me Sothis, but I'm also known as the Beginning. Sothis. Yes, that is it. My name is Sothis. And I am also called the Beginning. But who once called me that?
So this when I'm playing at minus con character, are you trying to die? Usually, yeah. I was wondering how this took 50 minutes. Oh, I've also just been doing a lot of chatting and everything too. Like, I don't think I even started this until like almost 10 minutes in. What are you talking about? Or Sothis? You know, not only does Blythe themselves are not very expressive, a lot of times you get to these choices and it's like, neither of these dialogue choices is very impressive, really. Sothis?
I was not able to recall my name until just now. And just like that, it came to me.
Must have been stored in my spinal cord.
That look upon your face. Did you think me a child? A mere child who forgot her own name?
Maybe.
Phooey! That child just saved your life. And what does that make you?
No, I explained my reasoning behind how I was like, I could do the tights and do psychic damage, but still. I am no child. I'm less than a child? I know what Sothis likes, but I'm not particularly doing... It's very weird, the characters you can support and not, and what it actually means. What do I think? What would Kelsier? With Dad, we're definitely going to be playful and insubordinate. How do I want to be with Sothis, though? Yeah, Sothis is still kind of like in our brain space, so I think we can still be a little bit more easygoing with her. Less than a child?
Correct. You understand. You threw yourself before an axe to save just one young girl.
She's a really cool
Yet
young
all
girl,
is well,
though.
as I have stalled the flow of time for now. You would have died had I not intervened.
I mean, would I have? I saw the damage he did. I would have had like 3 HP remaining. Thank you. You stopped time. You stopped time.
I do not hear your gratitude. Perhaps I should force you to leave? There now. Is gratitude so much to ask?
You also
I
didn't
do
hear that
deem it worth
gratitude
saving
either.
my
That was a
time.
silent bow.
Though it is only momentary, time has stopped. However did I manage that?
What will happen when time resumes? What now?
When time begins again, the axe will tear into your flesh and you will surely meet your end.
Again, no, 3 HP remaining.
How rude of you to drag me into this. Now what to do?
In point of fact, he dropped the one iron axe he had. How is he even killing me in this cutscene anymore? This is a massive ludonarrative failure. Turn back the hands of time. keep time frozen until I'm safe. I'll just stay here and wait to die. Yeah, we'll just stay here and wait to die.
As though I could stand idly by and watch that come to pass. Oh, but perhaps... Of course! I must turn back the hands of time!
Could turn back time.
Yes, I do believe it can be done. You really are quite troublesome. I cannot wind back time too far, but all is well. You are aware of what's to come, which means you can protect yourself this time. Now go! Yes, you who bears the flames within. Drift through the flow of time to find the answers that you seek.
Oh yeah, Sam, of the 2 levels I've had, they have both been okay. They were 4 stats and 1 good stat of those 4 stats, so... Could be worse, could be better. Oh god, where'd you get that sword from?
Hey, over here! Huh?
Hey, did you just...
Turn back time? A little bit.
The Knights of Seros are here. We'll cut you down for terrorizing our students. Hey, the thieves are running away. Go after them. The students seem to be unharmed. And who's this?
Why him?
Oh, Gerald, don't be mean, Dad. Skirmish at dawn. MVP Edelgard. Yeah. Doesn't mechanically matter at the moment. Alright, let's save here.
My thank you.
Captain Gerald? It is you. Goodness, it's been ages. Don't you recognize me? It's Alois, your old right-hand man. Well, that's how I always thought of myself anyway. Oh, it must have been 20 years ago that you went missing without a trace. I always knew you were still alive.
You haven't changed a bit, Alois. Just as loud as ever. And drop that captain nonsense. I'm not your captain anymore. These days, I'm just a wandering mercenary. One who has work to do. Goodbye, old friend.
Right.
Oh, Dad.
Goodbye, Captain. Wait, that isn't how this ends. I insist that you return to the monastery with me.
Garrig Mach Monastery. I suppose this was inevitable.
And how about you, kid? Are you the captain's child?
He is a stranger to me. I'm a bandit. That is correct. Well, I did say we're going to be cheeky where our dad is concerned, right? That said, do I like either of these cheeky options? Although, in fairness, I feel like Byleth actually has a very good argument to make that Gerald is a stranger to them. Because Gerald is not very forthcoming about his personal life. For some good reasons. And for some not good reasons. He's a stranger to me.
Great sense of humor, this one. Clearly cut from the same cloth as the captain.
Oh no, I lost
I'd
Gerald's
love for
support.
you to see the monastery
Whatever
too.
will I do?
You will join me, won't you? What's troubling you, Captain? You aren't about to run off again, are you?
Even I wouldn't dare run from the Knights of Seros.
I mean, you were
Knights of
theoretically a
Seros.
paladin. Should be able to get
They
away.
do seem rather skilled. Ah, it seems your presence is required. Get going.
I appreciate your help back there. Your skill is beyond question. You're
Yes.
clearly an experienced mercenary.
Because none of you
And your
remember that
father,
lost
That
timeline.
would be Gerald. The Bladebreaker? Former captain of the Knights of Seros, oft praised as the strongest knight to ever live. Have I missed anything?
Knights of Seros. I didn't know he was a captain.
How curious. I'd wager the explanation for that is fascinating indeed.
No, we have a bad
Hey,
relationship.
you are coming with us to the monastery, right? Of course you are. I'd love to bend your ear as we travel. Oh, I should mention that the three of us are students of the Officers Academy at Garrigmach Monastery. We were doing some training exercises when those bandits attacked. I definitely got the worst of it.
That would be because you ran off.
Too true. I was the first to make a strategic retreat. Everything would have worked out if these two hadn't followed me and ruined everything. Because of them, every single one of those bandits chased after us. Utterly ridiculous.
Ah, so that's what you were thinking, Claude. And here I thought you were acting as a decoy for the sake of us all.
His intentions were as clear as day. You will prove a lacking ruler if you cannot see the truth behind a person's words.
You will prove a lacking ruler yourself if you look for deceit behind every word and fail to trust those whom you rely on.
Oh, joy. A royal debate between their highnesses. I wonder how being completely predictable affects one's ability to wield power.
I always forget how on the nose this
Personally,
exchange
as the
is.
embodiment of distrust, I'd say your little exchange smacks of naivete.
Me, naive. Tell me, are you actually incapable of keeping quiet, or is your lack of self-awareness a condition of some sort?
She's so fiery.
In any case, forgive our digression. I must speak with you if you can spare a moment. The way you held your ground against the bandits' leader was captivating. You never lost control of the situation. It showed me I still have much to learn.
Honestly, that is an
Your
untrue
skill
statement.
is precisely why I must ask you to consider lending your services to the Empire.
Again, not
I
accurate.
might as well tell you now. I am no mere student. I am also the Adrestian Empire's...
Halt, Edelgard. Please allow me to finish my own proposition. The Holy Kingdom of Fargus is in dire need of exceptional individuals like yourself.
Sorry, guys, the
Please,
big Edelgard.
do consider returning to the kingdom with
What I
me.
did first time.
Whoa there, you two sure are hasty. Trying to recruit someone you just met. Tactless, really. I was personally planning to develop a deep and lasting friendship on our journey back to the monastery before begging for favors. But it seems there's no time for niceties in this world. So, capable stranger, let's get right to it. Where does your allegiance lie?
It seems one's place of birth is quite significant to them. Yet they are so impressed by you that you may take your pick. Well,
So, first time, I did go. I'm going to pick Edelgard too. The Adrestian Empire, land of ancient history. If I had to order all three of them, though, this is where I kind of. Because Edelgard is top for me. But if I had to pick between... Because I think, like... Although it goes some places. I think, like... Dimitri and Dedue, I like more than Claude and Hilda. Claude and Hilda both... I get their appeal. But they're both a little bit insufferable. I mean, all the lords and their lieutenants are insufferable in their own ways. But specifically, Claude and Hilda both have that kind of charismatic smarminess that, depending on the character, hits me better or not. And with them, it bothers me just enough that I would probably take, like, Dimitri to do over them. But, well, I do like a lot of the Blue Lions. I would definitely take, like, Lysithea and Marianne over, like, all the Blue Lions, which would make it hard to decide between either of them. But, you know, Black Eagle's clearly on top. Church is at the bottom. I like how Shamir looks a lot, but, I mean, the church is just not as appealing a house as the other three, which is why it's crazy to me. Crimson Flower is the one we're picking, obviously. Crimson Flower is actually not a full route. It's shorter than the other three. The route that they designed for this one, and that they expect you to take, in a sense, is the church route. And if you don't have the choice, I can get it. But otherwise, you have to pick between Edelgard or Sedith, functionally, and that ain't a question for me any day of the week. Just an Empire, land of ancient history. One of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, land of noble knights. Chris, what about the wolves? I would probably put them under the other three houses too. I mean, they're fine as what they are. And admittedly, I don't think they have a really bad one among them, which none of these can actually, like, even my beloved Black Eagles, there's definitely a couple of them I could do without. As evidenced by that. I chose Waifu Edelgard. That was partially what did it for me. It was really Bernadetta that tipped me over the most. But it was between the two of them. I hate Sylvain and I hate Lorenz. Which is why, like, again, I would pick, like, if the wolves were their own full house that you could have a thing of, I would still probably pick both Deer Blue Lions over them as well, just because they have a member or two that I quite dislike. We have the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, the Land of Noble Knights, and the Leicester Alliance, burgeoning League of Nobles. Yeah, no, just an empire.
A wise choice. Though the Empire has fallen from its former glory, the other regions are merely offshoots that pale in comparison.
All right, that's enough with the small talk. It's time to head back to the monastery.
Looks like we'll have to pick this up another time.
You're putting a Monster Bow Vengeance section for the one-shot bosses. Yeah.
My, they are in
Sam likes
such
to do
a
that
hurry.
a lot.
You know, each of the three is most unique.
I had really awful luck with my first Bernadetta, actually. I just like her because of character. I mean, Edelgard. I do still like Dimitri and Claude some. I just like Edelgard more. Dimitri is also really complicated because he kind of changes the most over the course of his route. Edelgard would change more over the course of the other routes. But I think very... I fuck with Claude. Don't like Dimitri, just bland to me. I could see that. She is a refined young woman. I feel as though she is always evaluating me. Oh, right, we think of all of them. Okay. Dimitri. He seems quite sincere. I sense darkness looking beneath. Yeah, that'd be, we can always talk to Felix about that. Although Felix is obviously in Team Clean Sweep. And Claude. His easy smile is striking. That smile doesn't reach his eyes.
Yes, I thought the same. I am so sleepy once again. I may be sleeping, but
Alright. Battle. I'll probably win at least a few of these just because I like to have some of that. So let's go up to 23. We'll probably move these around as we go, but... Jump.
Part 1. White Clouds. Great Tree Moon. 3 houses.
Title drop?
The icy winds of the Agma Mountains have begun to scatter, and the verdant fields once again spring to life across Fodlan, heralding the start of a new year. As they celebrate the dawning year, the people pray that they may realize their full potential, just as a tiny sprout hopes to one day grow into a great tree. The continent of Fodlan, said to be protected by a revered goddess, has existed since time immemorial. 3 ruling powers now control the land. In the south lies a region long held by a more than 1,000-year-old dynasty, the Adrestian Empire. Beyond its borders, to the frigid north, is the home of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, ruled by the royal family and its knights. To the east, a league of nobles that heeds no king nor emperor rules what is called the Leicester Alliance. Once consumed by a tempest of war and turmoil, Fodlan and these 3 mighty powers now exist in relative harmony.
And this will never change. Never, ever, ever. On the road to Garreg Monastery.
This will be your first time at the monastery. I'd be happy to show you around.
It really is Fodlan in a nutshell. The good and the bad.
Like it or not, we'll be there soon enough. There it is. Garreg Monastery.
It's okay. Hello, Hanuman. He is going to be on our team. Hello, Manuela, with your very necessary jiggle physics. Well, not jiggle physics here, it's just they made sure to put it into the cutscene here.
Ray is here.
Yeah, Dad, do you want to explain any bit of the damage going on there? No? Just throw me in the deep end? Sure. Oh, Rhea.
I wonder, did the flow of time bring you here?
Well, it brought me to not being dead from an axe in the back, so.
It's been years since I've last set eyes on this place. To be forced to see her now,
Her? You've been here before. No, we'll say her. Her?
You saw her in the courtyard earlier, didn't you? The Archbishop, Lady Rhea.
The Archbishop? Lady Rhea?
As you know, the majority of folks in Fodlan are devout followers of the teachings of Seros. The leader of that ridiculously large religious organization is the Archbishop, Lady
Yeah,
Rhea.
no, you didn't tell me any of this before, Dad.
Thank you for your patience, Gerald. My name is Seteth. I am an advisor to the Archbishop.
Hey, Seteth.
Hello.
It has been a long time, Gerald. I wonder, was it the will of the goddess that we have another chance meeting like this?
Forgive my silence all these years. Much has happened since we last spoke.
So I see. The miracle of fatherhood has blessed you. That is your child, is it not?
Yes. Born many years after I left this place, I wish I could introduce you to the mother of my child, but I'm afraid we lost her to illness.
I see. My condolences. As for you, I heard of your valiant efforts from Alois.
That you should be happy
What
with
is
her
your
clothes
name?
on. That's true. My name is... Or I could just be mean to her. Do I just want to be on site with Rhea? I mean, I don't need to get a support with her at all. Yeah, you know what? Plus, it's mean to Dad, and Dad won't choose anyways. My name is Ellipsi.
You must at least show the basic courtesy of telling us your name. Do
Give
you
it a
not think
squad.
you are being a bit rude to the Archbishop?
It is all right, Sedith. My dear, I am called Rhea. I am the Archbishop
this
of the
school.
Church of Seros. In truth, I was only being polite. I already know your name, and a fine name it is.
See, I feel like we've learned way more than we needed to. Let's not look deeper into this already on-site stalker behavior. I'm sure it means nothing.
From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for saving those students of the Officers' Academy. Gerald, you already know what it is I wish to say, do you not?
Also, welcome back,
You want me
Dominic.
to rejoin the Knights of Seros, don't you? I won't say no, but
Your apprehension stings. I had expected that Alois would have already asked this of you. I must step away for now, but I expect they will desire a word with you soon. Please listen carefully to what they have to say. Until tomorrow, farewell.
I can't believe it. Forced back into the Knights of Seros. I'm sorry I dragged you into this. Looks like I'll be stuck here for a while. And I'm afraid your services are requested as well.
I must work here. As a mercenary? As a servant? I mean, we'll go with this as a servant line. It's going to be more accurate, really. As a mercenary?
Nothing like that. They want you to teach, by the sound of it. You heard those brats earlier talking about the Officers' Academy, right? Well, the Academy just happens to be short a professor. And apparently that damned Alois went and recommended you to Lady Rhea.
So, you must be the new professor. My, how stern and handsome you are.
No. I'm not the one you're looking for. You can handle things from here. Good luck.
Do not leave me with her. She is...
And watch out for Lady Rhea.
She's clearly
I don't
predatory.
know what she's thinking making you a professor like this. She may be up to something. Stay on your guard.
Oh, it's you then? So young.
Competence and age are not necessarily correlated, as you well know. I am Hanneman, a Crest Scholar and Professor at the Officers' Academy. I wonder if you bear a crest of your own. When next you have a moment to spare, I insist that you pay me a visit so we can delve into the subject further.
I'm Manuela. I'm a professor, a physician, a songstress, and available. It's nice to meet you.
I mean, at least she's honest. You're a physician. You're a songstress. I mean, I feel like actually, like, you just look at how she's dressed. It is a better question. Like, you're the doctor? You're a physician?
I look too pretty for that line of work, do I? But yes, when I'm not teaching, I can be found in the infirmary. If you're ever lonely, please do come and pay me a visit. I would love to.
Spare our colleague the needless chatter, Manuela.
Thank
Now,
you, Hunman.
It seems you'll be taking charge of one of the Academy's 3 houses. I
Edelgard.
expect you haven't yet been briefed on the nature of each, have you?
Do you really not know? Fine. I'll do you a favor and explain. The Officers' Academy is comprised of 3 houses of students, each of which is closely affiliated with its region of origin. The Black Eagle House is for students from the Adrestian Empire. Their house leader this year is Edelgard, the Imperial Princess, who is in line to be the next Emperor.
The Blue Lion House is for students from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Their house leader this year is Prince Dimitri. He is to be the next king of Fargus.
Lastly, there is the Golden Deer House, which is for students of the Leicester Alliance. Their house leader is Claude, grandson to Duke Regan, the leader of the Alliance.
That deer has a lot of
To
antler.
think that the next Emperor, King, and Sovereign Duke are all here. It certainly is a promising year for the Academy.
I'll say. I just hope none of those little treasures cause any trouble.
Quite. For now, I suggest taking a stroll around the Academy to get your bearings. And when you've a moment, please stop by my research laboratory.
Sure, none of them
The
will
old
cause
man
trouble.
has a point. Oh, and keep in mind that I've only notified the house leaders that you're our new professor. It's more fun that way. I suggest you try spending time with the students. Some odd ducks in that bunch, but they're good kids. I'm sure Lady Rhea will have more information for you tomorrow, but that should get you going. Good luck. You'll need it.
Have you no
Say, Cliff.
intention of changing your mind, Rhea?
So
Appointing a
quickly.
stranger, a child no less, as a professor at our esteemed academy is...
St. Calm as an agent always correlate to the lady in her late 30s. It's a dangerous game, Hanma. Look, I think he appreciated the fact that, like, Wella clearly will not ever go for him. Because she doesn't like them, like, because, I mean, she immediately starts flirting with her dad, Gerald. But very clearly, Hanuman's too aged for her. And I think in his regard, he appreciates being that way.
I have made my decision, Sedith. I know worrying comes naturally to you, but there is truly no need. That stranger is Gerald's flesh and blood, after all.
I can't say that's all too comforting. How trustworthy is this Gerald character? Is he not the man who went missing after the Great Fire
Well,
21 years ago? I would remind you that Flame is now here with us as well. I beg of you, please consider whether this is an unnecessary risk.
Sedith, they have my trust. Let that be enough for you as well. More importantly, I have received a report from Shamir. I am increasingly concerned about a matter regarding our suspicious individual. We cannot ignore those who harbor ill will toward the church, especially if they are frequenting Garrick Mach.
Yes, that matter is of great importance as well. I shall continue my
Wait,
investigation.
what is it, Sam?
Rhea, for now I will have faith that you are placing your trust with the utmost care. I pray that nothing occurs to shake that confidence.
Well, how long was said if I had from not know Gerald at all? So, the thing about, I don't think Rhea probably cares enough. I assume Gerald, Sedith, and Flane all probably have spent periods of times at the monastery versus not. Like, it's kind of the classic thing with, because we haven't actually learned that in any of the routes yet. Well, except we know about Gerald. We know that Gerald has lived for, well, at least they've implied he's lived for quite a while. And also, yes, this is Katie's house. They are goobers. Yeah, see, they even put like Cynthia and Marianne, like, you see them in the same thing. Yeah. Well, okay, except you two, which, you know. I mean, not that I don't... Obviously, I like Dorothea and Ferdinand, but Katie was pretty fast to steal Dorothea, and I was okay having other ones over Ferdinand. I actually do quite like Ash. He is one of... I don't know why I like Ash so much out of the Blue Lions. But he's also not really as related. Being commoner to the Blue Lions is kind of weird. Even though the Adrestians are more the big empire of nobles. Fargus has it even worse in some ways just because they have all the crest dynamics going on. Just a normal guy compared to them all. Yeah. But yes, like, I'm sure with Gerald, he was captain of the Knights of Saros when Alois knowed him. I'm sure that he wasn't that for, like, the 2.5 decades or whenever. Like, you see this a lot when it's in a world where everyone's gonna be human-aged. If you live for a long time, you're gonna have to just move at points. And I believe that's probably what's been going on with Gerald. And to touch on something that's kind of a spoiler, I'm not sure if it's going to come up naturally. I'm sure Sedith and Flame have experienced some of it too. I don't think Rhea cares. I don't think Rhea needs to care. Monastery stuff, exploring. Garrigmach Monastery is not the first home base they've done. But this did kind of break it in a way. There's a tree who are connected to Dimitri. There's a magic ghost from the academy. Ash is just sort of here. Yeah. Your first task.
I assume you are already aware that you will be teaching here at the Officers' Academy, correct? To start, please speak with the 3 house leaders. You should also take a look around the academy and acquaint yourself with your new home. That is your first task here at the monastery. Please let me know if you accept it. Once you have finished, come and speak with me.
Okay,
May
request.
I ask a favor of you?
These do have things that they say. I don't feel like actually doing voices though, because they voice a lot of their lines. Rhea's telling us that we should speak with every student we can. This might be our only chance to see what they're really like before we become a professor. Which is kind of the case unless you're playing this for another playthrough, which we all are. So we have to speak to the 3 house leaders and gather information about the students in each house. Students can be found in the reception hall on the 1st floor and throughout the Officers' Academy. We get an iron sword, a vulnerary, and some money. We'll accept. Because, I mean, why not? Quests you get, consult the quest menu, blah blah. We run. Oh, that does that. Ah, this is how we do this, okay. Oh, it's been a little while. Alright.
Ha! I imagine you were a bit surprised that I recommended you as a professor here.
You had no
Frankly,
idea
we
if I
had
was
someone
qualified.
else in mind for the role, but they ran off during our dust-up with the bandits. Can't entrust students to someone who's abandoned them once before, huh?
You saved the lives of the students you came across. That, at least, was admirable. Now you should make the rounds. Go around the monastery and see that you greet everyone.
Fortunately, neither of them know that I died in the first version of this world.
Frank can't.
You say now you.
Okay. First floor. And there's over here, which has nothing. Also, yeah, I'm not sure if you could think of something better, Sam, but I just went with Ghost Bloods because, I mean, we already have Kelsier here, and I just could not think of a way I'd like to mix that up with Black Eagles or Crimson Flower as a route name. So I'm like, whatever, I'll just embrace it fully. So we have the mini-map, which I already did stuff with. Look at that. This loser says Mercedes seems a bit eccentric. This guy's like, is that a tattoo on Petra's face? And then this guy is like, the songstress Dorothea in my class? Why are you... whatever. Looks better than Crystal Lions. No, here's the thing. I like the fact that, like... Clean Sweep is more in regard to the aesthetic, but I also think that Katie grabbed the only set of outfits that kind of give an aesthetic. But I actually really like the fact that, like, Crystal Lions does relate a little bit to Pokemon with Oak and all that. The reception hall. Speak to the others. And then this girl's like, Ashes, that's totally unpretentious, which she's right. This girl says Lawrence is a true noble. This is technically accurate, and she has trash taste. And she says Linhart always seems laid back. This is true. He likes to lay back and sleep.
Hey there.
Let's see. This dude's like, I bet I could take Casper in a fight. I bet he couldn't. She hasn't talked to Lawrence yet. And then this lady's like, Bernadette is always in her room. This is very true. She realized very quickly. Ah. And Aelgerd, like, here's like, pity. Talk to her in a second. Ah, yes. We have to. You have to actually properly learn about the people that truly matter.
Greetings! You must be the new professor. What a pleasure. As for me, my job is to stand here at this glorious entrance and leisurely watch over the comings and goings of everyone. Make folks smile, you know? And by that, I mean to vigilantly guard this entrance with my very life. No levity whatsoever. As of now, nothing to report.
I know they would have had to put some work into it, but it kind of astounds me that they didn't sneak into, like, the final thing of the DLC. How could you not make Gatekeeper an actual character? Like, he doesn't even need supports or anything. It would just be nice to have him. This random loser's saying we must be a new student. He is wrong, but as we know, they're all being gaslit about us. This kid saying, "Who are you?" Which, I mean, who are you, kid? I don't care.
Yes.
How do I get Dimitri to be my friend? Girl, just talk to him. And do it before a year from now. Just as a you know, as a little tip. What's up, Edelgard?
So, you've accepted a teaching position here. Pity. I was hoping you would lend your strength to the Empire.
I still can.
I never properly introduced myself, did I? My name is Edelgard von Hresbalg. I am the princess and heir apparent of the Adrestian Empire. I wonder if you'll be tasked with leading the Black
Yes.
Eagles. I hope you've had a chance to meet everyone. Would you like to know more about any of the Black Eagles?
So, as Katie established this dynamic, we'll do this. So, yes. Well, tell me about yourself.
Me? Well, some think I'm a bit distant. Arrogant, even. But
She
there's
does have a
little to be
weakness for
done.
Bo. Okay.
One day, I must rise to become Adrestia's next emperor.
Gatekeeper's a
What
Wikipedia
else?
article. Perfect.
Well, it seems to me that we may have similar personalities.
What are you getting that from? What? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you don't see it as much when they're all in these outfits, but Edelgard's kind of the tanky one. Oh, she's a millennial? But her dex is kind of low, which is unfortunate because, well, we can make her use swords though. Oh, Hades too. Really do need to get around to that. But I kind of got burnt out on Hades by the very end of it. Nothing to do with Hades itself, Hades the game itself. I just kind of got into the wrong mindset near the end of that. Unfortunately, all the lords have a useful but boring personal ability. These get a little bit better later on, but I don't know, getting more experience is like not bad, but it's just boring. Alright. There's gonna be a lot of Hubert in these, because my goal is by chapter 6 to get this boy to have a reason of A. It's the pressure of
Hubert
legendaries.
is the heir of Marquis Vestra. He has served me since I was a child. You may think his blood runs a bit cold, but actually that's rather accurate. Still, if you can get past that, you'll see he's quite astute and reasonable.
It's always unfortunate for any of the mages when you see them here and their weakness is the other magic. Because generally speaking, it's kind of nice when your mage can do both, but some of them, they're just meant to be a murder machine. And yeah, Hubert's thing weirdly is he gets more damage with his gambits. But he is like, of all the lieutenants, he's the one that is most actually very clearly a lieutenant. He's really more busy. I mean, look at this motherfucker. He's already on the path of being a Dracula. And it's only gonna get worse with time. So, Ferdinand, obviously, yeah, do team clean sweep. See him as a nice butler. Everyone else has their teams made. Mine's gonna take a little bit. Not counting the ones that come super late. Worse or better? Actually, I would say Hubert's actually probably is like, since it's more Dracula, it's better. Honestly, I feel mostly better. We'll get to Edelgard. They kind of fix Edelgard with later things, but yeah. Linhart, however, we do have.
He's remarkably intelligent, but he only wishes to apply himself to tasks that particularly interest him, and nothing else. He's also fond of, well, napping.
Oh,
If he
mood.
had any work ethic or sense of duty to speak of, I suppose he would be destined to become an official of the Empire.
So, Catnap. If he waits, he gets 10% of his max HP. It's pretty good. His strengths are just magic. He is the main kind of caster. Hubert we're going to be focusing on a lot, though, because Hubert is one. So, it's either Violet Scythia to reach it, but there are two characters that get Dark Spikes, which is what you use to nuke the Death Knight magically. One is Lysithea, the other is Hubert. Hubert's, unfortunately, it's A, though, which is why we're not going to get there by 4. But my goal is by Chapter 6, I'll have him as a nuke, which is still going to require a lot of work. We have Casper.
He's the second son of Count Burgleys. He has no inheritance in his future, which is perhaps why he's always so eager to prove himself. He's overly energetic and rushes headfirst into any battle. If he ends up in your care, be sure to keep a close eye on him.
Got some of these starting stat lines are not great. Jason Foseffer Void Minus 10 during combat is not bad. His 2 strengths are Axe and Fist. He's designed to be War Master? I think War Master is the master class they call it. Oh, Casper. Then we have Bernadetta, Bernie. Bernie and Edelgard are why I picked this class my first run. Right, like, look at this.
She's Count
Poor
Varley's only daughter. I
disaster
suppose
child.
you could say she's a bit eccentric, but she seems like a gentle soul. I believe she's shut herself away in her quarters and doesn't care to leave, but don't worry, I'll make sure she finds her way to class.
Not amazing great stats. Persecution Complex grants attack +5 when units not at full HP is a really good personal skill. Like, obviously you can't start with it, but it is not hard to get at least a little bit of damage. Especially if you get an HP level up like right away, boom, there you go. And that means you're not even in real danger from it, so. She is pretty good. Dorothea, you would have to go see Katie again because she took her. And Petra.
To the west of Fodlan is an archipelago called Brigid. Petra is the granddaughter of their king. Brigid is a vassal state of the Empire, which is how she came to be enrolled here. She's incredibly smart and studious.
Remember Lancer, it's also stacks with it. Yeah. And you wouldn't make Bernadetta use Lance. I mean, you saw that those are 2 good things, was bow and lance. So yeah, Petra does not want to use magic, but otherwise she's pretty good to go. She'll be good for a flyer, or you can make her an assassin, so that's pretty common. Petra's fun. Hunter's Boon grants crit plus 21 foes HPs of less than 50%. Look, crit plus 20 is nice, and she doesn't have like the biggest strength growth or anything. She's probably not going to do a ton of damage, but the fact of the matter is, if they have to be less than 50% and you slow 1 high crit to kill them, that's only probably going to be applicable against big HP monsters or bosses, and even then, it's not an awful personal skill by any means, but I wouldn't say it's like a particularly good one either. I'm also not a huge fan of crit in general. Obviously, it's always fun to see a critical happen, and sometimes that's the best one, but speech will often be doubling too, which, admittedly, high crit, double chance of getting a crit, but also, if you can double, you're probably not going to be anyways. No. So there are my Black Eagle babies. still have a couple more to look at though, so let's go. We talk to Edelgard. This guy can't go past here. I mean, I can go a little past here, but I can't go through the doors, so I guess you're right, buddy. We'll go this way.
What do you think?
This is the Golden Deer Room. I can talk to you. Why?
The Golden Deer House is for students of the Leicester Alliance.
Oh.
Our house leader is heir to the Alliance's leadership, House Regan. We have plenty of other prominent nobles as well.
Yeah, sure. Officers Academy.
What do you think?
We spot Ignatz, Lysithea, Marianne, Hilda. This is just them talking, right? I don't need to talk to them. Like, I don't think you get anything from talking to them. If it's a quest or anything, they tell you anyways, right? I think. You can always check your room, too. Don't need to talk to you two. Ah, but I do want to talk to Marianne, so...
Hey, are you that mercenary? Everyone's been talking about
Yeah, whatever, Hilda.
I'm Hilda Valentine Goneril, and her name is... Marianne von Edmund. Are you joining the Knights of Saros or something? Well, I look forward to seeing more of you.
I don't care, Hilda. Do I know you? Not yet, Marianne. She's the one that we need to get into petting ponies for. Which is not great, but... this guy's talking about Noble Lady Hilda, isn't it? This guy says Leonie is so friendly. So he must have avoided making her think that he's competing with her for Gerald's affection. Yeah, you would be asking about me being Captain Gerald's kid. What's up, Claude?
Well, scored a teaching gig here, did you? Talk about a great first impression. I guess that means I'd better introduce myself properly. I'm Claude von Regan. I'm from the ruling house of the Leicester Alliance, but don't worry too much about all that madness. I'm guessing you don't know which class you'll be teaching yet, do you? I bet you'd like ours. We're not as difficult as the other two. Have you met the folks from the Golden Deer House yet? Care to know more about anyone?
Yes. So, the only one of you that matters to me is Marianne here.
Marianne is Margrave Edmund's daughter, and that's pretty much all I know about her. She doesn't interact much with other students, so I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of folks here have never even heard her speak.
Aww. Oh. So, Animal Friend, recovers up to 20% max HP at the start of each turn, raises it to a cavalry or flying ally. I mean... that's solid. I don't know. These positional ones could be a little bit weird, but she is also a healer. So, like, obviously, if you have her end her turn adjacent to someone and she heals a cavalry or flying ally, if they've already used their turn. Plus, because this game has Kanto and all the flyers and cavalry or everything, it's easier to make sure they end up in a place where she can end up next to them. It's not bad. I wouldn't say it's a personal skill I'm a huge fan of, but... or, sorry, they call it a defining ability. Strength Sword. I mean, I get why, but whatever. Alright. That's the only one of you we need. I like Annette's positive attitude, which I can kind of agree with. I do like Annette. Not enough to have fought for her or anything, but Lysithea is the youngest student here. Don't let her hear you say that. She will hit you with dark spikes and explode you.
What do you think? Yeah.
Do I need to speak to all of them to exhaust the thing? Probably not, right? Maybe I do. I don't know.
Okay.
Some business with the Blue Lions.
This classroom belongs to the Blue Lion House. Our house leader is Prince Dimitri. All of us here hail from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus.
Alright, well, thank you. Alright. What's up, buddy? What's up, pal?
Hi there.
You must be the one everyone's talking about. I'm Ash. Great to meet you. This here is Dedu. He serves Prince Dimitri.
I have heard that you rescued His Highness. Words cannot express my gratitude. Should you ever require my strength, please know that I will hasten to repay this debt.
Good. Yeah, okay. So, Ash is there. Here's the other ones. You know, I'll talk about that. So, you're a skilled fighter. Felix, Ingrid, and Sylvain are old friends. Which is why Katie immediately took Felix to break them up. That's not true. That just happened to be a side effect of her taking him. Mercedes. Honestly, I probably should have tried to take Mercedes of the two instead of Marianne. But, I don't know, I just like Marianne more.
Right.
I like Dedu's calm attitude, which is good. That's about mostly gun. Felix is a lone wolf. That is true. We've seen about him. I mean, 'tis fair. Hey, what's up, Dimitri?
Please accept my apologies for the other day. You came to our aid, yet I hadn't even the courtesy to properly
Yeah, but I
introduce
also
myself.
stole yours and Claude's weapons,
I
so...
am Dimitri Alexandra Blathid, Crown Prince of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Of course, at the Academy, I am simply a student. And I've heard word that you are to become a professor here. Delightful news. I still have much to learn, but I'm confident I could benefit greatly from your guidance. In any case, welcome to the monastery. I hear you're investigating the different houses here. Did any of the Blue Lions catch your
Yes,
attention?
one of them did. Tell me about Ash, please.
He's the adoptive son of Lord Lenato of Castle Gaspar, but I hear he was born a commoner. He has an extremely earnest personality, so I'm certain he will approach your lectures with great enthusiasm.
So I need Lance to recruit Ash, but his strengths are bow and axe. What? Because Bow Knight is bow and lance, isn't it? Or can you do it with axe too? Some of them you can kind of do in either or. I don't know. We'll see these eventually. Master classes. I'll talk more about this as we get into it. Master classes are not always actually a better thing to have. Like, you would think they would be, unequivocally. And there's interesting utility to them. But honestly, most of the advanced classes are perfectly fine to end a character in. The master ones are just more weird to build towards. Some of them are just better. But yeah, lockpick allows you to open doors and chests without keys. This is just nice to have, not tied to any class. Obviously, it means you're never going to have something that's worthwhile for combat. And the game makes sure you can always have door and chest keys. But, I mean, you can save some money and not have to use those and sell them instead. Which is not a lot of money, but it's something. It's also just kind of nice, too, because that's a consumable and he'll just have to use it. Plus, it doesn't need to use the space on his. Alright.
I appreciate your effort.
Alright. So we did that. And because Rhea is stalking us, she immediately gave us this stuff. I suppose I should return to Rhea. Yeah, no, continue exploring. And you can tell me about the Black Eagle.
This is the classroom of the Black Eagle House, which is for students from the Adrestian Empire. Our house leader is Princess Edelgard. There are many other nobles among our ranks as well.
Yeah, like everyone's in here, wow. Oh, Dorothea. I would've. I like your hat too, but it was not to be. Oh man, Bernadette, why are you talking to freaking Ferdinand? Oh well.
What? I don't talk to strangers.
Bernadetta, this is no stranger. Our house leader owes this person a great debt. Is that not right? I am Ferdinand von Eyre, legitimate son of the Eyre family, the Empire's foremost house. Are you going to join our class? I look forward to getting better acquainted with you.
I'm not huge into Ferdinand as a character. Obviously, though, I mean, not one of his last, but one of Billy Chemist's later performances, and a very good one he does, which is always gonna make it just that extra tinge of sadness here. Obviously, F for him. But I didn't pick Ferdinand anyways. I just... Honestly, this is one of those things that, like... It's funny. I said I picked this for Edelgard and Bernadetta. I would make the argument that both Edelgard and Bernadetta kind of have worse designs in the second half. I just like how she has that, like, messy hair and everything. Although she does have that poor hunted look to her. It's like, no, you'll be okay. I mean, gosh, she's not even in her room right now. Ferdinand's smile makes me melt. Oh, God. All you NPC chons have bad taste. Hubert's so cute. I love broody boys. Girl. No. I mean, okay. If you have a female Byleth, you can support Hubert. I'm not sure I remember it exactly, but I'm pretty sure it's one of those ones where it's like, I'll spend my life with you, while we also look over Edelgard. He's very focused. Alright.
I am Hubert, a humble servant of Lady Edelgard. I heard you came to the aid of Her Highness. You have my most sincere thanks. This is Petra. She has come all the way from Brigid to study in the Empire. Back on her archipelago, she is actually a princess. In Fodlan terms, she would be called heir to the throne.
Hello, I am called Petra. I am pleased to be meeting with... I am pleased to have met you.
Humble servant is quite the understatement. Yeah. Hey, Petra. So, Petra's whole thing is she doesn't speak the common language super well. Which, admittedly, is a frustrating gimmick. It always toes an uncomfortable colonization, like Imperial kind of line. And obviously, the Adressian Empire. Eventually, we are going to be maybe the most progressive. But we still have the trappings of an empire there. And unfortunately, Petra in that Jackie wishes Renfield was as low as Hubert. Well, ain't that true? And Casper and Leonard. Hey guys, let's go.
That you saved Edelgard? That's incredible.
Yeah,
the
buddy.
name's Caspar, by the way. Pleased to meet you.
Linhard, goodbye.
Sheesh, Linhard. How'd you get into the academy with those manners?
Oh, you too.
So, are you a student here too? Maybe we'll be in the same class.
Yeah, we're gonna be in the same class. Oh, Dorothea, not this day. Oh, Hubert. Okay.
Hello.
Goddess, let there be Hermie here. Yeah, seems fair enough. Cat. You don't have business here yet. Wow. Here is the last member of my army. I in fact have both of the... Are they part of the DLC or are they just patched in? I think they're still DLC. Neither Anna nor Yuritsa here were actually in the base game. And obviously, so you may have noticed when you start your stream, you have the icon that kind of has the heroes version of them all around your Blue Lions icon. It's very nice. I considered doing something like that, and I encountered two problems with that. One of them was Hanuman, because he is an old, not super attractive man. I mean, I think he has a fine professor aesthetic, right? But doesn't exactly... It's not the kind of character design to get the juices flowing, as it were. Yuritsa was the other problem. Because it's not Yuritsa you have. He is represented by his other half, as it were.
What do you want? I am Yuritsa. I teach here. Weapon instruction. These are the training grounds. Goodbye.
You know what? I don't think I'm even gonna get far enough to. Well, I might get to the first thing. Because that's pretty short. Is this actually all of this? Wait, no, we can go here too.
Yes.
Professor's rooms are on the second floor. Kevin Gerald has returned. Gerald's a good man. Can't go past here. Yeah, whatever, Mr. Knight. Can't go past here. Yeah. Alright. Second floor. This goes around here to audience chief. Alright, it's identifying these. Okay. These are still on here, but we can go up right now. Second floor.
Hi.
I've never seen you before. Yeah, you haven't. Here is Cyril. We don't need to care about him. Liz did win bet better than Gay Boys did in general this game. So it is all less options or explicitly actually less options. Yeah, I mean, because I assume Yuritsa's just weird about it. Eloise is a very weird one. And then you have Linhardt. I do think... So, I think Dimitri is generally straight. Like, that does make sense to me. But I also think there's an argument to be made that all three of the lords specifically are kind of bisexual. Specifically, while Edelgard definitely is just a bi queen, she also is very attached to Byleth pretty quickly. Dimitri strikes me as more straight, but I feel like he should have been either side. And Claude just has that energy. It's very weird that he isn't. But also, it's just easier for a Japanese audience to take a girl being a lesbian versus a guy potentially being, well, you know, is one of the fortunate things where bisexuality is usually considered generally more permissible if you're a girl than a guy. Which is bullshit, but it is just how it is. A lot of times. What's up, Dad?
Here I am again, the office of the Captain of the Knights. That said, I'm merely here to assist. Apparently, the current captain is getting on in years. I hear the captain has a hard time keeping up with the responsibilities of the job. That's where I come in.
They don't let me see supports, right? It is crazy to me, though, because they don't even give Gerald a fake support, right? Like, don't you think they should have at least given you the illusion? Like, you should have at least had, like, a C support you could get, and they, like, put a B and A there? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I mean, obviously, anyone who's played a lot of Fire Emblems are going to see a parent and just assume they're going to die as a matter of course. Because very few Fire Emblem parents survive. It's part of what makes Elliot himself so unique. Crest Analyzer? What's up, Hanuma?
This is my research laboratory. I've worked hard to furnish it with the rare materials and purpose-built equipment required for my work.
Okay, Crest Analyzer. We investigated the Crest Analyzer. What could this crest be? The only reason I could think of why they didn't is they just assume you already maxed it with him being your parent. I guess that's true. That is fair, actually. Almost. Is Manuela? She's probably more actively flirty, right?
Oh, Professor! Dropping by so soon? I expected we'd take some time.
Or is this the
Exchange a few
same?
Smiles as we passed in the hall. Flirt a bit, you know. Well, you're here now, and I do like a man who knows what he wants. Lock the door. Huh. That welcome didn't faze you at all, did it? What's the matter? Don't you like me? Or are you just so innocent you don't understand me?
Okay, so obviously Manuela is Katie's. I figured it might be worth talking to her, though, because I'm not sure if that is different between the Violets. I assume it is, for obvious reasons. She is, very aggressively straight. Listen to the gossip upon you. Yeah, we're gonna hear that a lot here. Hey, what's up, Tomas?
Welcome to the library. Here you may find literature.
How do you pronounce your name, dude?
I am Tomas, the librarian.
It is Tomas,
if you
okay.
have need of me, do not hesitate to ask. I have worked here for, I have lost track of the decades, it seems.
I consider it a small accomplishment that I've at least started my playthrough long enough that neither of you got to the thing with Tomas yet. Delilah Ketchum longs for more than Mr. Oh, we can't go in the library yet. Okay, whatever, buddy. Alright, so apparently you can't do Deep Ego Zebo until the next day. Which honestly we may not even get to. Which is fine, I have a whole other stream tomorrow. Well, I did start late too, so we might go a little bit late just to average things out a little bit. You need to go through this door. I do not need to talk to Cyril, because Zosa should return the Rhea. Oh yeah, the audience chamber is right here. Oh, is it not locked in? Is there... Wait. Yes, that's the full map. I think I've done everything I can, though. Like, I haven't talked to you all, but that's okay, because there's not going to be much here to do. Katie specifically took Cyril. So part of the nature of... So, if you once you pick deer and once you pick lions, you're actually locked into, like, the route there. My route specifically, I actually technically have a choice I can make, and I'm gonna make the one where you go with Edelgard. But depending on which of my two routes you go with, you actually can lose or get certain characters. So, for example, Edelgard, Hubert, and then at the very end, Yuritsa there. I'm only gonna get those because I'm doing Crimson Flower. The other option you can pick is the church route, which is Silver Snow. Obviously, if you pick that, I wouldn't be able to have Edelgard, Hubert, or Yuritsa, but instead I would have Sedith, Flayn, Catherine, and Cyril. None of those you can actually pick on Crimson Flower, because this is the anti-church route. Well, the very deliberately anti-church route. That's why when we were picking our original draft teams too, there were a couple characters like there was no point in me picking Sedith or Flayn because I would just lose them. Unless I went with Silver Snow. But again, it's crazy to me to do that. Oh, let's go to Audience Chamber. I think we're done. We return to Rhea. Yeah, we're done to Rhea.
How are you enjoying your time at the Academy thus far? I hope you have found our halls brimming with the vitality of well-intentioned souls.
I suppose it is time for you to take charge of one of our 3 houses of students. I must note that I am personally against entrusting someone as lacking in trackable history as yourself with such a task. But it is as the Archbishop desires.
The Black Eagles, the Blue Lions, and the Golden Deer. All so different. I hope you've made it a point to get to know each of them.
Since you are new here, we have decided to allow you first pick. Manuela and I will take charge of the remaining 2 houses.
Which house will I choose? Now, reform us, just burn it all down. Yes, very much burn it all down. We'll get to it. Edelgard, it's not just the church itself, although the church is a main part of it, but she has a thing against crests themselves. We'll get to that. But yeah, and then if you're Blue Lions, Dimitri, Gilbert, and Dedu. Is there anyone else strictly unique to the Golden Deer, or is it just Claude? Because technically, even Claude's lieutenant, his second in command, Hilda, you can actually take. You can get Hilda. You can collect her at the very last moment if you go Silver Snow, and I'm pretty sure you can get her in Blue Lions too. I think it's just Claude. Okay. So yeah, Dressian Empire, Blue Lions, Golden Deer. I would love for there to be a 4th option that somehow is a golden route. Anyways, Black Eagles.
So you have chosen the Black Eagles led by Edelgard, correct?
I do think that... I do feel like... Because the idea is I guess you'd have to pick the church from the get-go to have some kind of golden route. Or possibly you pick the wolves and then you mix it in. But I'm trying to think, because otherwise, this is the house that has this split already, and neither of those is a golden route. So it would have to be one of the other 2, in which case it would probably have to be Golden Deer. I guess in that way, it would just have to be the one where Claude actually lives up to being a schemer and outmaneuvers Dimitri and Edelgard without either of them having to die. But whatever, we'll get to that. It's for the back half of these games where the tragedy of them starts striking. Yes, Edelgard, please. Inject her into my veins.
Your heart has made its choice, then. All I ask is that you guide these open minds with virtue, care, and sincerity.
To take down the church, got it.
They are all promising youths who bear the weight of Fodlan's future upon their shoulders. I hope you appreciate what an honor it is to lead them.
Brother? Oh, I am so sincerely sorry. I did not mean to interrupt.
I'm in the middle of something, Flame. Is it urgent?
No, it's nothing. More importantly, who is this?
This is our newest professor at the Academy.
Oh my! A new addition to the Officers' Academy! I am so very pleased to meet you, Professor. I am Seteth's little sister, Flame. I am so happy to make your acquaintance.
Let us focus on the topic at hand.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
There is something you should be aware of.
I think the golden route should be do all the others, learn everyone's damage, and qualify for it to serve the game, taking out all leaders plus Rhea and doing a therapy of them. I wonder just though, because obviously a therapy of them, but how would you do a gameplay for that? I guess the idea is you wouldn't have any of the houses, but then you could poach, you start your own house. I mean that could work anyways. We found out there's the wolves, so.
In a few days' time, there will be a mock battle between the 3 houses, intended to gauge the current progress of the students. We will be using this battle as an opportunity to ascertain your own abilities as well. Please do not disappoint the Archbishop. That is all.
Wait, so our new professor is you?
So should we do different part 2?
Easy,
yeah.
Caspar. Aren't you being a bit rude?
You know it's a waste of time to expect politeness from him. It will be a pleasure learning from you, Professor. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to take a nap.
Don't look at me like that! Oh, and please don't talk to me too much either.
I'm sorry for the chaos you've walked into.
I hear we are rather close in age, Professor. I hope you do not mind if we treat you like one of us.
In our class, we try to treat each other as equals, despite any differences in age or status.
Oh, so you get to get their quirks now. What if it would have been a mess to do. It would be kind of fun if the students got added if you did poach them. But obviously, they actually respond to each other here, which is why you just need to do the house if you want to know them there. You freelance instead of has to do your job. Or better yet, dad. Oh, man. Like the golden route, you also get to... Was playing a priest, a seer, or an augur. Flayn is a consumer of fish. But closest would be to say she's a priestess. I don't know. Are we gonna get to learn Sedith and Flayn's whole thing here? I don't know if you get to learn that except in Silver Snow. Oh, I just wanted to make a drill upon. Oh. Not augur as in... Yeah, I see what you mean there.
Personally, I would love to include you in that inner circle.
Too bad, Ferdinand. Never mind, I don't mind at all.
You have a gut, Professor. I will take great joy from your teachings.
Petra, I believe you mean to say that our professor has guts. That's a bit different from having a gut. You can't go around saying someone so slim and attractive has a gut.
Oh, please take my apologies. I have not yet mastered this language.
Professor, I want you to know that it's perfectly acceptable for you to treat me as you do the others. I may be the Imperial Princess, but here at the Academy, I'm just another student. That said, know that I have high expectations of you, and high hopes. But I'm certain you can lead the Black Eagle House to greatness.
Yeah, I
sure,
can't bet
sure.
that.
Now let's break the ice with a training session. I want to see our new teacher in action.
Why will the ice be broken? Is this a custom I have missed in my studies?
Not real ice, just the ice of, well, it just means let's get to know each other.
I don't want to train. Let's stay in the classroom and learn from a book. Let's all calm down and have a nice cup of tea, how about? Doesn't that sound lovely, Professor?
I know we all agree to treat each other as equals, but there is a limit to what I can tolerate. The esteemed Black Eagle House requires order.
Just pulling a Starfire. Yes.
Looks like your first job will be to quiet down this racket. I don't envy you.
They're not normally this rowdy. I do hope you can manage, Professor.
All right. So they don't let you have a ton of your students to begin with, right? Casual mode. Classic mode, they are lost forever. Oh, I can't believe I already lost the maps. I can because I wasn't careful like I should have been. You best explore the monastery. See 1,000 gold from the Church Arrows as funding for this month's activities.
Say, while you're here,
Already did it.
Use this device I designed to determine whether the power of a crest resides within you.
It does.
Won't hurt a bit. Promise.
Don't care. Have high pain tolerance.
You don't know about crests? Well, allow me to tell you everything. Absolutely everything about them. Is your calendar clear? This will take a while. Crests are a fascinating topic. But before one can dive deeply into said topic, one must first understand what crests are. They are power incarnate. They are said to have been bestowed upon humans by the goddess countless ages ago. They exist within the flesh and are passed down through bloodlines. Those who carry crests may excel at magic, display exceptional strength, or any number of boons. Each crest has its own power, the nature of which is beyond mortal understanding. For now.
So we'll get more into this later with Edelgard herself. But, specifically, can crest speed up time? I mean, potentially, there's some wacky things going on with crests, which we'll get to. I don't think we'll actually, because I'm not doing Silver Snow, which gives you a lot of lore, but we'll get some with Verdant Wind. But one of the things to keep in mind is that this human experimentation and other kind of advanced scientific technologies do exist. You believe I have a crest?
I suspect as much, yes. But we won't know for sure unless I look into the matter. As I said, crests are passed down through the blood. However, just because someone carries a crest does not necessarily mean their descendants will inherit it as well. Only a scarce few descendants of a crest's bloodline end up inheriting that crest's power. Perhaps one of your ancestors bore a crest, and you just happen to inherit it.
Crests are actually a lot like Elementary, too.
Usually presents itself, after all.
Crests in this game, Colgate and Engage. Do what you can to find out. There's no need to look into it. I mean, we do need to get Hanuman on the team, even though none of the professors you actually need to. They're just do you have the right level? Yes. Is it the right chapter? Yes. I'll join you. Do what you can to find out.
Yes, of course. I'll get to the bottom of it straight away. Now then, please go ahead and hold out your arm over this device here. What is this? A pattern I've never seen before. Is it possible an as yet undiscovered crest has been detected? To think there are still crests out there that even I am unaware of. How thrilling!
Like pebbles.
Pardon my unrestrained jubilation. I have much to consider. You may leave now. I have more research to do in regard to this crest. Yes, so very much more research. But for now, your work here is done. What could this line here be indicating? Perhaps it represents a lack of symmetry. Or perhaps... What in the world? Oh, I see. It may be connected to that, but to a greater degree than usual.
Kelsey's like, Gaslit being sassy in the chat while drawing. I end up accidentally typing several hockey commands in the stream chat. That is... Yes, please do not mess up your drawing. That would make me sad. Not that you couldn't just go back and fix it, I'm sure, but... You can now clothe Anna in the tricky merchant outfit from your journal.
With each moon, professors of the Officers' Academy receive a schedule for the month ahead. It notes the days on which events and missions will take place that month. Pay careful attention to your schedule, so that you may thoughtfully plan what you intend to do each month, and when.
Monthly schedule feature, if you don't have days, if you have day off, when you active unless you don't have the first week to explore. Control Z is my friend and my jailer. Is that kind of what it view the schedule? Alright. Well, we have to explore. Can I? Real Gardening Fishing Seminar. Miss Hubert's birthday. Aww. And the Adrestian Empire Founding Day. What's early battle? And Ferdinand's birthday. And my crutch. Alright, it's just regular fishing and stuff. I need to check. I believe... Taylor, you check these at a time? I don't think so. Anyways, we do need to do this, so... Need appearance. Oh. What do I have? Attire. I guess I could make everyone dancers? Evening wear is just this. Summer wear is just this. Obviously, Katie already took the butlers and maids. House lounge wear is like the sport team, and academy is just... Okay. Can I get one without the hat? And we have just a regular outfit. The problem is with the dancer ensemble, I think... Yeah, we can do glasses and battle, we can just... If I do this... Oh, I don't have your dancer outfit. Is that because... Wait a second. Man, because she talked like Kate took everything but the kitchen sink. She did. Do you see, like, what we are limited to here? Like, ugh. See, we have made stuff and everything, but then everyone else, it's like, eh. I mean, even the servant's tiresome. Unfortunately, Engage has had a little bit more fun going on in that regard. I think we'll just keep everyone in their academy outfits. Sadly. Although we also have Symphysis Regalia. No. We won't do that. We'll just stay in the war stuff. We could do academy, but we'll just stay where we are in, I think. Boring, yes, but it might need to be how it needs to be. Monastery. So, this is my room. Thought I heard a girl's voice, but I must have been imagining things. Professor level 8 DLC supplies. Supplies are now available. These supplies will contain all at once. It's set. You can have space for commerce or else do so. Chalice Beginnings and Rivendell. Ah, so much delicious for now. Alright. Wind. Oh yes, that's It's HP. Sacred Gale Wind Shoes. Sacred shoes that have been kissed by the wind. Permanently increases movement by 2. It's very boring, but actually makes sense. Like, these are like magic Hermes kind of shoes that make you faster. It's really funny in most Fire Emblem though. All it really is a pair of boots. That's all it takes to move faster. No one wears boots. Sacred Floral Robe, a resplendent robe imbued with floral magic of the vernal equinox. Permanently increases HP by 7. Sacred Snowmelt Drop, a snowmelt drop from a mountain way sacred beast dwells. Permanently increases strength by 3. Then Sacred Moonstone, a saint who is said to visit the moon bore this stone. Permanently increases speed by 3. Only one person can ever wear the shoes. And sometimes the shoes are made out of a purse. That's not true. But in Fire Emblem Fates, there's a choice to recruit someone, or you kill them and you take their boots. People choose to kill them and take the boots. So your shoes that have been kissed by the wind. A sicko pervert wind. So we'll take that. And then we have the Cindered Shadows reward, which I actually just earned a little bit ago. Chalice of Beginnings. A chalice crafted by the goddess. Nullifies extra effectiveness. Allows counterattacks at any range. That's just amazing. And then we just get a bunch of renown. Yes, thank you. Journal. Bulletin board. Fresh catch. Greetings all. Please enter me by catching a delectable fish for the Saint Sethlin celebration. That's Flame talking to us. Gives us some herring, Caledonian gur, insect larva. Meet Thumb's beginning to do. Said he'd like some help growing vegetables. Give us some mixed herb seeds, western folded seeds, and some tomatoes, and some renown, which we'll always want some more renown. We didn't have any fancy schmancy tanks. We had sticks. 2 sticks and a rock for the whole platoon. We had to share the rock. Then share a bite. Sylvain. For the dining hall is pretty appetizing. If anyone isn't sharing a meal, ladies preferred. Fucking Sylvain. No weekly announcements, so some easy quests to do. Let's go and we'll look around. What's up, Sedith? Hey, we need to talk to you.
Okay. I'm not too keen on the professor of my class. I really hope to focus more on strategy. Maybe I should talk to my professor about transferring to a different class.
So that will be important, but we can't do it right now. Dimitri. We can't go into the other rooms yet, right? Yeah. I don't know when they open up to you. Do you need support with the students before they open up to you? I don't know. Claude and Helda. Let me talk to you. Dew and Dimitri. Gotta talk to you though.
Let me know when you are hungry. I will make you a quality meal, as thanks for your service to His Highness. I have a request.
The Dew is telling us there is a dish he would like to make, but he needs more of a certain vegetable to do so. He's planning to grow it from seeds in the greenhouse, but if we'd like to help, on the quest we need to grow plants in the greenhouse. We'll take the Dew's seeds and ask the greenhouse keeper how to grow and harvest crops. Green Thumb Beginnings, we gained the Dew seeds. Not gonna lie, the kids constantly talking about trying for other classes are only Dewey because their friends are in there. I could see that. Although here it's not nearly as applicable, more because each house kind of has its own country line, so you're likely to know them anyways. But hey, what's up, Edelgard? Do our best.
Some believe the dignity of the Empire rests on the results of the mock battle. That's an overstatement, of course.
But we should kill them all?
We must do our best to
Yes,
prevail.
gotcha.
You should take the time to learn each student's abilities. Perhaps some extra lessons and training sessions are in order? You look as if you have no idea what's going on here. I know my way around, so I'm happy to help you find your footing.
Oh, you're the guide right now.
The monastery has some exceptional facilities that everyone who lives at the Officers' Academy is welcome to make use of. For example, you can enjoy a meal with your students at the dining hall, or take part in some one-on-one sparring at the training grounds. I suggest visiting the various facilities whenever you have the time to spare. It's a great way to get to know the students, faculty, and various workers here.
Bulletin boards and quests.
Have you noticed the bulletin boards placed around the monastery? Those contain requests people have posted, as well as helpful information from the market. If you prove yourself by helping people with their requests, certain facilities here will become available for your use. The bulletin board is updated frequently, so I suggest checking it at least once a month.
This stuff is pretty obvious, but it's nice to hear Edelgard talking to us, so... Activity points.
You should take your time when speaking with everyone, but when it comes to using the facilities, well, you need to be more careful about that. If you use them without planning ahead, your free time will be gone before you know it.
Edelgard's the worst kind of student. Smart enough to lecture you, but not smart enough to realize you're the one getting paid. She does have a little bit of that, though. You can explore the monastery as much as you like, but certain activities will only be available when you have activity points. When you're done exploring, press the L button and your free time and proceed to the next week. And professor level. How the hell do you explain this to me,
A
Edelgard?
great deal is expected from professors of the Officers' Academy, so it's important to hone your skills. To put it plainly, you'll need to keep expanding your knowledge of all disciplines, not just battle.
Oh, never mind. That actually makes a lot of sense. First level determines your maximum activity points, raised by reading books, taking part in activities, and interacting with students. I don't think... No. Like, they mean talking with students in context of the classes. They don't mean, like, outside of that. What's up,
Dimitri and Claude are the leaders of the other two houses. Do not underestimate them. When we take the field, it would be best not to engage the both of them at once.
I mean, you kinda can't. I mean, we're all baby classes. None of us can move very far.
Listen to this.
What's up, Casper?
Wow, Yuritsa sure seems strong. I kind of thought he was going to be the new professor assigned to our class. After that teacher ran away during our outdoor training, I figured Yuritsa was a natural replacement. I was surprised when you were suddenly appointed professor instead. I don't think I could hold my own against Yuritsa in battle. I could probably take you, though.
Not a chance, probably. I think Casper's the kind he likes a bit of rivalry, so not a chance.
You really think so? With enough training, I'm sure I'll beat you someday.
I thought so. I know the lore of this runaway teacher. I don't know if we have an answer of them. I think they were murdered. But I might be wrong about it. I might be assuming there. Thanks for all your hard work. I've done nothing yet, person. Like, I assume they were very deliberately, like, they would made sure to disappear so you'd have room to insert someone. But I don't know if that's accurate or if I'm just assuming there. What's up, Yuritsa?
I care nothing of friendship. If you have no business here, leave.
Yeah, you don't. No one teaches me yet, I don't think.
Professor!
Yeah? Good luck with the mock battle. Well, thank you. Bulletin board. Someone would be saying, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. Who's in here? I would, but you're not part of mine, actually. It's gonna be for a fateful date with Manuel. He was not ready for those cables. Oh my. I've never met anyone with a major crest. But you're a student. Oh, whatever. Hey, Mercedes. What's my next class again? They're in really different class or whatever. Ingrid. Who that name comes from. Not relevant. We are Black Eagles.
Hello.
Dorothea, I'm sorry, but you do not exist for me. Been so long. The Amiibo Gazebo. Oh my, that's right. Alright, can we do this right now? It's the Amiibo Gazebo. When you scan an Amiibo here, certain items will appear at random in the monster in all of your save files. You get high quality items for scanning Fire Emblem character Amiibo. If I can carry me, it will also provide unique rewards. Scan Amiibo. Oh, let's see if I can do that. That goes... Oh, it's here? Okay. Amiibo scan. New items now real for auxiliary and quest battles. New items can now appear near the Amiibo Gazebo. Items have already appeared. Music option. Okay. So I'm not sure we're going to get anything more from these, but let's just do all of these now so I don't need to worry about it in the future. This one? New music option. Okay. Alright. Out of doing All Hail the Amiibo Gazebo. I don't know if... Actually, okay, wait. Give me a minute. I don't know if it'll matter, but I do have a couple non-Fire Emblem Amiibos. Might as well just scan at least one of those. Okay, good. Doesn't seem like it matters, though. Okay. I just wanted to have it had at least scanned one that wasn't too. What time is it? I'll take this out in hindsight. Whatever. That one took a minute anyways. Alright. Alright. Chamomile? A stark white full tea with bright notes. This blend calms the nerves and heightens concentration. Root vegetable seeds. Sprinkling of mixed root vegetable seeds. You won't know which types until you plant them. Cool. Sweet apple blend. A tea blended with 2 types of apple peels. Elegant and sweet, it is popular among common folk and nobles alike. Verona. Blessed by the goddess herself, this vegetable is as tasty as it is beautiful. It can be used when you share a meal. Cool. Oh, something here. Chris Gans commemorative Mario movie amiibo. Unlock Chris Pratt as a character. Oh, cursed. Almiran pine needles. Seeds comprised of oxidized pine needles from eastern Elmira, giving it a distinct earthy tone. Oh, and there's something like right here, it looks like. And a chest key, a key for unlocking chests. So like as you can see, chest key, 100 gold. That's not really much of anything, but it's better than nothing. Alright. That's over there. We don't need the full thing right now, but I will have this version.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing
Gatekeeper.
to report. By the by, have you ever regretted a decision and wished you could go back and undo
Oh,
it?
all the time.
It's too bad there's no lesson for how to turn back the old clock, huh? But I suppose a bad decision isn't worth all that fuss anyhow.
It's Chris Pratt. We get Universal Studios. We put that show and everything. Oh my. Oh wait, there's people to talk to over here. What do you guys have to say? Oh, just that I can't go this way. You can't go past here. You're not in business here yet. But it's so awkward that I gotta go this way. Okay, fine. Can't go past here. Yeah, whatever, buddy. Spotted a net. It's my duty.
As part of our commitment to the goddess, the knights undertake various missions across all of Fodland. Assisting with the education of young nobles is also a part of our sacred duty.
And then Annette. Probably talking about her dead. Mr. Can't go past here, knight asshole. That's fine. Random priest.
I hear a member of House Fressfeld, the ruling family of the Empire, has entered the Officers' Academy for the first time in ages. It is said that the Adrestian Empire's very founding was aided by none other than Saint Seros. That is why the crest of Seros is on the Imperial flag. In recent years, a rift has developed between the Empire and the
It
Church.
has.
Let us hope this will be a good opportunity for both parties to reforge their close relationship of years past.
Yeah, let's go with that. Sure, buddy. Totally, pal.
There are two types of crests. Major crests manifest their power most effectively, while minor crests are slightly weaker. It is said that the closer a person's blood relation is to various saints and heroes, the higher their chance of bearing a major crest. Of course, there are also examples of major crests manifesting in children whose parents bear no crest whatsoever. The exact nature of how and why crests are inherited is still a mystery.
I get the feeling major crests, the other crests might pop up in other ones because people sleep around. But maybe it's something else. I mean, actually, that's not true. There's a whole other mechanic going on there, but we'll get there.
A moment, please.
We can't go past here. What a shock. Hey, Lysithia. Who's giving you a hard time? Make sure no one gets hurt. Ah, not yet, Lysithia. It is a shame. I mean, I could get at least the beginning of her stuff with it. It's not worth it because she's not part of my army. That's the nature of these drafts. There's just going to be some things we don't touch on. That's okay. Another bulletin board. Not the full thing I need. Alright. Yes, Rhea, what is it?
Do bear in mind that even as you are appraising your students, they are appraising you as well. I hope that you will do your best to form lasting bonds with your flock. Oh, and I look forward to witnessing your prowess in the mock battle.
It's probably not going to impress you because I'm trying to use the land. As a side, I was mentioned before, so my house, right? Then we have other houses. Again, I think Sam made a good argument that you could argue that it's because Gerald's your dad, but it is very weird that he's not in this list at all. He's here. The game gives us things where he's getting support points or losing them, and yet he doesn't have the support. It is peculiar. Nope, nothing in here to steal. Okay. I mean, nothing to look at. First floor's over this way, and nothing over here.
Hey, you.
Yes, yes, yes. Hey, what's up, Dad?
The church has changed a lot since my time. Sedith, Hanneman, Manuela, Yuritsa, and many of the knights. None of them were around 20 years ago.
Yeah, I guess Sedith and Flame were just like off on their own someplace for a little while. As I said, I imagine they occasionally also Sedith's office. I'm not sure I've ever seen Sedith in here. Alois, you are Katie's. Manuela, you are also Katie's, although...
A mock battle? This early? Wow, Professor. They're not giving you any time to settle in, are they?
No, this is the same
Don't
thing
worry,
you could do.
though. Should you get injured, I will care for you all through your recuperation. I will see to you, oh so very, very personally.
Wow! Just talking to her again. Wow. Okay, Manuela. Oh boy. What's up, buddy?
Apparently, there is to be a mock battle between the houses. Interesting, but I hope you understand that I have far more important things on my mind. My research is proceeding slower than I would like. Your crest is something of a challenge. Frustrating, yet also quite intriguing. I was wondering if I might get a sample of your flesh. A couple square inches would do. No? Perhaps some blood? A couple of drops on the device are all I need.
I feel like a couple of square inches of flesh is a way big... Like, a couple drops of blood, that ain't nothing. A couple square inches of flesh, though. Alright, it's crazy how much she strikes. Well, specifically the thing... Do you have a crest, too? It's not that she wants to get laid. She wants, over the course of getting laid, to transition that to being married. And specifically, she scares off a lot of guys because she is kind of a woman failure. People in this universe have insane self-preservation instincts. That is still fair. But yeah, like, I'm sure she does get around, but I, however, do not. Leave Manuela to me. These books aren't actually, they don't give me anything, right? They're just... History of Fodlet. Oh, wow. I mean, we could do these. Oh, it's going to be so long, though. Oh, it's too much of these. They're always going to be here, right? I think they always are here.
That's so.
I've heard about you. Have you, Tomas? Just War of War?
Professor, I hear you are lacking in knowledge of the Church of Seros. The library contains countless documents about the teaching and the history of the church. I encourage you to make good use of them.
Check the bookshelves, read all sorts of reference materials. But they don't give me professor rank. Well, that's fine, that would be too easy. Monk.
Tomas has served as the monastery's librarian for decades. Actually, he was away from Garrigmach for a spell, but he returned to his post last year. There is no one as familiar with the monastery's archives as he is.
Oh. Well, we have at least a couple things. What's over here, at least? Register of Kingdom Nobles. A register of prominent noble houses of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. This document is expressly for official use by the Church of Seros. Students are forbidden to remove or peruse this documentation. 1179 edition. House Blighted. This house claims Blighted of the Ten Elites as its ancestor. It has ruled the kingdom for over 400 years, ever since Lug, the King of Lions, claimed victory in the War of the Eagle and Lion in 751. This secured the kingdom's independence from the Adrestian Empire, after which Lug was crowned as its inaugural king by the Church of Seros. House Bladed resides in Ferdiad, the kingdom capital, claiming all of the surrounding territory as its domain, and many of the fiefdoms in the north of Fodlan as its vassals. The passing of King Lambert in 1176, I think it's King Lambert actually, with the passing of King Lambert in 1176, his older brother, Grand Duke Rufus of Itha, assumed the burden of ruling the kingdom in the young crown prince's stead. Even still, strife and disorder continue to plague the land. House Fraldarius. This house of dukes claims Fraldarius of the Ten Elites as its ancestor. It's one of the most ancient houses on record, even amongst kingdom nobility. It is said that Kaifon, the sworn friend of Lug, the King of Lions, was also related to the hero Fraldarius. House Gautier. Oh yeah, I guess it could be Lambert though, because there's Gautier here. This house of Murgraves claims Gautier of the Ten Elites as its ancestor. Its territory lies in the northernmost reaches of the kingdom. As such, it safeguarded kingdom territory against incursions by the people of the Sreng region for over 200 years. House Kara. This house of counts claims Charon of the Ten Elites as its ancestor, tasked with negotiating between the resistance armies and the Church of Seros during the War of the Eagle and Lion. The head of House Charon continues the tradition of a ceremonial competition within the kingdom. House Galatea. When House Daphnel, once a cornerstone of the Leicester Alliance, was divided in two over an inheritance feud, half of them defected to Fargus and established House Galatea, which was granted the noble title of Count. Much of its territory consists of a frigid wasteland, where a severe famine occurred in the early 1170s. House Rowe, a noble house that once held territory in the Northern Empire. In the fortress city of Arianrod, that is not how it's pronounced. Arianrod? Arianrod? Ah, it's been so long, I have no idea. Whatever, we'll hear it pronounced eventually. It was constructed within its domain. It revolted against the Empire and pledged the entirety of its territory, including that city, to the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. For its contribution, it was awarded the noble title of Count. House Clayman. This house originally held no more than a lordship over a single castle in the west of the kingdom, but it was awarded the noble title of Viscount for its great success in subjugation of the Dusker region in 1176. Afterwards, it was granted the Dusker region as its feudal estate. The Aryan Hodabud. Oh man, okay. Register of Alliance Noble. A register of prominent noble houses of the Leicester Alliance. This document is expressly for official use by the Church of Seros. Students are forbidden to remove or peruse this documentation. 1179 edition. House Regan. The leading house of the Leicester Alliance and descendants of one of the Ten Elites. In the Crescent Moon War of 881, they spearheaded the move toward independence from the kingdom, as well as the establishment of a republic by its former vassals. They have held the esteemed responsibility of leading the Alliance Round Table ever since. The position of this House of Dukes lies on the noble rank bestowed upon it by the kingdom, well before the Alliance's founding. The current Duke Regan's heir, Godfrey, died in an accident while on duty. While he did leave behind a surviving daughter, she is presently unaccounted for, because she is off having fun in Elmira. House Goneril. Descendants of one of the Ten Elites, it is a military house that is chiefly tasked with military strikes and defense against the Elmiran army, mostly due to its territory's position in the east. Lord Holst, the next head of the house, is widely renowned as the Alliance's bravest general. We've heard of him a lot. That is Hilda's brother. House Ordelia, a house of counts within land in the east of Leicester. I butchered that. A house of counts with land in the east of Leicester territory. In 1167, it was involved in House Frim's rebellion. The Empire retaliated by repeatedly meddling in the house's internal affairs, leading to a sharp decline in its noble standing. I'm sure that hasn't had any deleterious effects on members of the house. House Gloucester. Descendants of one of the Ten Elites, this House of Counts hails from southern Leicester territory. The current head of house is ambitious, excels at public relations, and has an influential voice among the 5 noble families with voting rights at the Leicester Alliance Round Table, second only to House Regan. House Edmund, a house of margraves with land in the north of Leicester territory. Its beneficial trade policies, emphasizing fair use of its personal harbors, have awarded the house a great deal of clout, to such a degree that it was eventually accepted into the ranks of the 5 great lords of the Alliance. The current head of house is a renowned orator. Definitely not the case with Marianne, but you know. House Daphnel. Descendants of one of the Ten Elites and formerly among the 5 great lords of the Alliance, lost much power due to internal discord. For the last several generations, no head of House Daphnel has borne a crest. In spite of this, it still maintains its status as a noble family. Oh boy, okay. Register of Empire Nobles, Part 2. Wait a second. Is this Part 1? Yeah. Register of Empire Nobles, Part 1. I'm gonna be here a little while. This is the only one I really should have bothered reading, but that's fine. A register of prominent noble empires of the Adrestian... Noble empires, wow. Register of prominent noble houses of the Adrestian Empire. This document is expressly for official use by the Church of Seros. Students are forbidden to remove or peruse this documentation, 1179 edition. House Pressfelg, the most distinguished noble house of the Empire, tracing its roots all the way back to Great Emperor Wilhelm. It has been the governing house of the Empire for 1,100 years. In addition to the first emperor, its lineage is also traced back to Saint Seros herself, which is why generations of emperors are believed to bear the crest of Seros. House Pressfelg resides in Enbar, the imperial capital, claiming all the surrounding territory as its domain. It boasted supreme authority both within the empire and without, until the insurrection of the Seven in 1171, in which much of its power was stripped away by the nobility. In recent years, a series of misfortunes has plagued this storied house, and some believe dark clouds hover over the future of the Pressfelg reign. So there's a lot of messy things going on with Edelgard's house. We'll learn more about this later. All of the three house leaders have had complicated childhoods. You could argue which one has the most complicated. Probably your preference will be the one that wins out. Dimitri's and Edelgard's are both related too, but we'll get there. Although they are not actually related. But they are like step-aunt and step-nephew or something. It's been a little bit since I looked it up. House Ayer. A house of dukes possessing great power within the empire, second only to House Pressfelg. The head of the house came to occupy the post of prime minister, rendering the title a hereditary one thereafter. House Ayer led the See, it's so weird to see that instead of with Von Ayer in front, so it feels incomplete. Led the insurrection of the Seven and, in many ways, holds the true power governing the empire. So Ferdinand has a reason for believing the way he does. We'll get there. House Vestra, a house of Marquises. Gotta beat a baby squirrel. Aww. Although, I will be completely honest, they are really more like pests where I'm at. But I do appreciate, Sam, your love of the squirrels and your, like, Disney princess dumb with them. House of Marquises without a domain, existing in the shadow of House Pressfelg. In addition to managing the darker tasks of the Empire, it is responsible for the Emperor's periphery affairs, including coordinating things such as ceremonies and rituals, imperial consorts, and the Imperial Guard. House Vestra was allied with House Ayer in the insurrection. House Hevering, a house of counts that has inherited rule over the Empire's domestic affairs, particularly those relating to administration, finance, and the judiciary. Now, when you say a baby squirrel, though, I assume you mean, like, past the ugly baby mammal stage? Where it's more like, you know, long enough it's got some fur on it and everything, too. I just have to say this over again, because House of Counts has inherited rule of the Empire's domestic affairs, particularly those relating to administration, finance, and the judiciary. It frequently clashes with the Minister of Military Affairs over these matters. Much of its territory lies in the Ogma Mountains, and as such, enjoys the fruits of a lucrative mining industry. Yeah. Honestly, if you met one that was really baby, you'd probably worry more about it, because in that case, that can really be... Because I think squirrels, like most rodents, if you get to any of their, like, babies young, I think they're one of those ones that will not, like, when they smell another kind of animal nearby, they're just, like, their survival instinct kicks in. But it's been a while since I've ever looked at stuff into that. It's a bit closer to teen squirrel, but their mom's been a regular here for a bit, so I assume she was showing it where they get food. That's cool. Dollar-wise, squirrels do more damage to American infrastructure each year than any other damage or natural disaster. I believe that. And it is admittedly our fault. They were kind of here first. House Bergliez, a house of counts that has inherited rule of the Empire's Ministry of Military Affairs. commands all of the armies that do not directly belong to the Emperor. During times of war, the head of the house becomes the Imperial Army's commander-in-chief. The territory encompasses most of the Empire's main breadbasket, Gronder Field. They're in small towns, so they aren't pest levels. Okay. Baby squirrels apparently seek people in emergency if their mothers die. They're called leg huggers. I believe that. Like, if... Well, if nothing else, because it's a big mass of warmth. The claws are razor sharp, cute, but not good for the leg. Yeah. Well, that's like if you're gonna get any kind of bird or something, right? As long as you're careful with them, but so many animals, their stuff is built for violence, not for being cuddly. House Varley. House of Counts has inherited rule of the Empire's Ministry of Religion, whose main responsibility is to maintain amiable relations with the Church of Seros. However, due to the estrangement of the Church from the Empire in recent years, it's now more involved with the judiciary, causing political strife within the Ministry of the Interior. Register of Empire Nobles Part 2. Who's left? This is, I mean, I read it earlier. It's continuing the Register of Prominent Noble House of the Adjusting Empire. It's expressly for official use by the Church of Seros, blah blah. Students are forbidden to remove or peruse the documentation, 1179 edition. Really, they're not allowed to peruse it, because they can still go to slap, whatever. House Girth. House of Dukes has inherited rule of the Empire's Ministry of the Exterior. Diplomacy, foreign relations, and relations between various provinces in the capital fall under its purview. It worked hard to secure the ceasefires that ended both the Brigid and Dagda campaigns. Though complicit in the insurrection, it remains distant from associated houses. House Arundel. Formerly a minor noble house of the Empire, as head of the house, when Volkard's younger sister became betrothed to Emperor Ionius IX, Volkard was granted the title of Lord Arundel. Having worked closely with House Aegir, House Arundel is seen as one of the chief instigators of the insurrection of the Seven. House Rim. A house of imperial viscounts, resisting Emperor Ionius IX's policy of power centralization, set out to join the alliance and secure independence from the Empire, but was unable to overcome the Imperial Army's intervention. In the aftermath, the house's main genetic line was wiped out. Its current head of house is an adoptee. House Nouvelle. A house of imperial viscounts with territory on the western coast of the Empire, centered around its namesake harbor city of Nouvelle. The house flourished thanks to commerce with Dagda, Albinia, Brigid, and other territories. Even still, it fell to ruin in 1175 after permitting the combined invading forces of the Dagda and Brigid armies to make landfall. House Ox. A house of imperial barons. Its territory occupies the northern half of the western peninsula known as Foldlan's Fangs. That the house was lost to the Dagda and Brigid War. House Bartels. A house of imperial barons. Highly ambitious, it sought out and acquired several crests for its bloodline. In 1176, many members, including the head of the house, died under unexplained circumstances. The deed was attributed to the heir, Emil. As his whereabouts are unknown, leadership of the house fell to a distant relative. Odd that.
What?
Alright, so we read 4 of those. There are still, let's see, there's 3 over there, and there's another 4 over here. We will read those another time, because that was like 20 minutes of lore dumping. There were some interesting nuggets hidden in there, though. What the heck did I just... Oh, wait. Okay. Yeah, it's neat. I might need to cut this short in a little bit. Give me a second. Or why Fallen feels like one of the most complete Fire Emblem worlds. Yeah, I have my issues with the writing and everything in this game, but I always talk about how Dad seems to have barely changed. But definitely they did make this war, like... Part of the tragedy of war breaking out, they feel like they didn't do a lot of the proper work to make that happen in this game. it's just the personal character stakes where it feels like a golden route wouldn't be the hardest thing to do, which is where it falls apart for me. But like the world itself, I feel like they did do pretty well with. That's everything here, right? I think so. Yeah. Way down's over here. Okay. All right. Sorry. Let me put that. Okay. Even more tragic as it's the most ironclad development, so there was no going about. It went to be a theme of the game. Yeah, it's a bad theme of the game. Like, I assume a big reason they did that was because this did follow Fates. And, there being a golden route of the game... Because here's the thing. A golden route is bad when a golden route only happens because you specifically don't let it happen. A golden route is not bad when the only thing really stopping it is the fact that no one, say anyone with godlike powers over time, specifically sets out to try to stop things happening. It's part of what's most damning about Byleth as a character. Like, obviously, you're kind of meek and mild a lot of times when you're going to be some kind of avatar anyways, but also, like, there's not really a reason why Byleth couldn't try to head things off. That's the issue for me as well. We literally have time power in the game. Yeah, it just feels weird. Good luck with the mock battle. Okay, where the hell was I at? I haven't gone over... Did I go along this side? So did I not go along? So I'm gonna have to wrap up soon. We're not even gonna be able to finish exploring for the day. Alright, I talked to Yuritsa, right? Yeah, I did. Okay. Wait, did I talk to Yuritsa? Or was that the other day?
I care nothing.
Yeah, I talked to you. Okay. Like, admittedly, the whole thing with Sothis is meant to be like a trailer line, and it's supposed to sound more impressive than it is. But it just... It's a huge ludonarrative failure that they have that moment and a Divine Pulse mechanic, and you can't overcome what are not actually, like... There's a lot of times that actually, going back in time, like, a minute or two, you could actually change a lot of stuff, really. Okay, we need to go in here. Yeah, okay. Dining hall. The reason it's so immutable, it just doesn't feel like it's as guaranteed as impossible, which gets weirder as they semi-double down on it in 3 hopes. Yeah.
Professor, I hope you know I am having great abilities for reading and writing. With sadness, I still have struggles with speaking. If my ways of speech are causing a burden, I hope you will have forgiveness.
Petra, baby girl, I know it used to be Japanese, but it's English. It's a bad language, you're fine. Ah, Flay, and you want to tell me about the fear? That is, because I haven't played 3 Hopes. I do need to get around to that. That is kind of weird that they, But I get it. It's part of the... It's how they designed this game. And, I mean... Maybe they also knew that Engage... Although Engage has its own forced tragedy near the end that's kind of stupid anyway, so... I don't know. I feel like for a video game to sell a tragedy, it has to work extra hard.
Hello there, Professor. Well, I call you that, but I am afraid I am not a student here myself.
That's a shame. Where can I visit you then? I don't really care, Flane. You are not mine. I guess that's a shame.
Should the opportunity arise, I would love to become a student and begin my studies in earnest. The monastery is kind enough to provide a sanctuary for my brother and I. He's the only family I have.
Oh. Is something going on, Sam? Or is it just a general view quest?
Help me with a favor.
So, Flane's telling us that there's a ceremony related to Saint Cethleen that requires rare fish. She's asking if we would mind helping her to obtain some, Professor. We can fish by speaking with the fish keeper at the fishing pond. We need to catch a fish for the ceremony and bring it to Flane. We'll head to the fishing pond with the bait she gave us and speak with the fish keeper to try out fishing. And we'll get some more bait and all that kind of stuff. You don't have time before my essay on choice of video games that reflects the Airform itself. Just play Stanley Parable for an introduction. Oh, Stanley Parable. I don't even just mean just choice, but I mean the act of like playing through a game and all that when it comes to like certain dramatic beats, but do I need to talk to? No, it's Sylvania who has a thing for that. I don't need to talk to Raphael. Dining staff will need to talk to eventually, but not right now. But it is still like definitely related. Okay, we need to go over this way. Dormitory. Weren't we over here already? Man, I've made so little. See, you guys were worried I would catch up. What's up, Sylvain? I don't want to talk to you, but you have a quest, so I kind of have to talk to you.
Well, there's Dorothea, Hilda, and Mercedes. Lady Rhea's quite the beauty, too. And I must admit, I've even checked out Professor Manuela once or twice.
Sylvain, please go after Rhea. Because I'll tell you right now, if you go after Rhea, you are not going to have to worry about passing on your crest to anyone ever again. She will rip it off.
You know, Professor, I think I'm going to like it at the Officers Academy. There are beautiful girls as far as the eye can see.
I've never seen how he talks to men. Oh, God, is that... maybe it's worth me talking. See, that's one of the reasons why I'm like, should I talk to some other people? Because as we've seen with Manuela... But I will.
Professor, I've got a small favor to ask.
Sylvain tells us if he has to eat in the filthy dining hall, he'd prefer to invite a cute girl to dine with him. Beforehand, he'll find out her favorite foods so he can order them. If she's happy, he's happy, and he hasn't missed a move. It's pretty great, huh? So for sure, bud, we need to try sharing a meal with others in the dining hall. You can even treat someone to their favorite meal. Talk to the dining staff for details. Get goby, onion, turnips, I'll accept that. See, that's another of the reasons why I kind of, because I understand why you like to always, like, honestly, a lot of times for avatars, the female one is going to be more interesting to look at anyways. Obviously, with the tights, they kind of went too far with female Byleth. But for these games, it always comes down to me where, like, if you're going to gender lock who I can possibly see S supports with, I'm more often going to be interested in the girl S support, so... behooves me to pick a guy.
I don't like to come out unless I really have to.
Oh,
You're okay with that, Professor?
No, let me talk. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I can't go in here yet. I don't know why. I think it's just eventually let you. Maybe it's like a Professor Rank thing. We don't need to talk to Leone. Alright. You two I don't need to talk to. This was the gazebo? No, the gazebo's the next one over.
Professor.
Can't go here. We did pass the Dew into me. Yeah, because we talked to the Dew to get that.
Okay.
Hey there.
So I haven't looked around here, but there's like no one over here right now. We can do you here.
Hello there.
What? Listen.
And you should probably be praying. Yeah, maybe, kid. Okay, is that everyone? I think that is. Because I've not been talking to people... Oh, well, that's because she's in the fishing pond. Right, I need to check over there. I haven't checked there yet. But I did do library. Okay. Alright. Well, let's not worry about you catching up. Well, I chose not to stream Wednesday, so I was considering. It'd be worth it if all 3 of us was at the Battle of Eagle and Lion. Oh, that would be fun. So, Lilith and Abby are still out this week at vacation? Alright. So I do need to wrap up, actually. I would have at least gone and finished the... Yeah, okay.
Ah.
I mean, you can still stream Wednesday if you feel like it.
Yes.
Make Katie have to stream at her regular time instead. I think I should DM with waking up at 5 a.m. as often as I am. Yeah, that might not be good either. Okay. So, what I'm going to do... Since I do need to wrap up... I enjoy being in chat. I mean, that is fair. I get that. Okay. We'll read more books to start with next time, even though these are mechanically not useful books to read. But we'll look into more of the world lore here. Even though Kelsier is not the type who would actually care about that, but he's doing it for Sazed's point of view. Like, you know, he's gonna repeat the stem so he can put it in his copper mines. But I'm gonna wrap up here. I don't need to. Oh, I guess I can save. Fine, we'll save right here. I need to go pick up my brother from work because he works nights, but he got off a little bit early. Until next time, Sam, you have a great rest of your day, and good night to everyone else. Bye-bye.